Game over.
Fuck! What the fuck? Fuck! Who the fuck is fucking? How did you so fucking fuck? Fuck! Game over, man. Game over.
Wait a minute. There's things here. There's trees. There's rocks. There's blades. There's squirrels. Come on. We'll bless them all until we get fish naked. Join me.
Oh, we're all blown to bits. Mind if I pull the underwear out of my crack?
Fuck!
You're not a fucking legend.
Well, Sparkle Farts, all things being equal, you are technically correct.
Have to unmute the mic, asshole. Hey, everybody, welcome to the show. We're doing the thing. And that thing is this thing. All right. All right, here we go. Dear Butch saying, Fat Conan saying hello to Dear Butch, and Dear Butch saying hello to Fat Conan. Yes, everyone, welcome in, filter in. We're doing the show. We're doing the thing. We're here. We're live. It's happening, all in real time. All righty. So thank you for joining us for the show today. We've got a lot to go into, a bunch of different stuff. I have to load it up, though, because I'm a douche. Didn't do that. Wilmer saying, I'm here. Thank God. Thank God you're here. Your shirt says Black Comedians Matter. No, it just says Hack Comedian. See, Hack Comedian. I feel like you already knew that, though. Oh, that's the fun part of covering it up with the microphone. I didn't give. Maybe I should give him shit about it tomorrow. I notice he's got the old boom arm and things now. He's got the old arm in situation. It's weird, you know. I decide to spring the money and get this baby and have myself a little fun. Hello, Johnny. Welcome to your show. Thank you, dear Butch. But yeah, hi, Johnny. Hi, Johnny's lawyer, says Michaela. Great. I have a lawyer. Why do I need a lawyer? We have been here all morning just waiting for you, says Fat Conan. I'm sorry, man. I didn't realize that was a thing. I was busy doing stuff. Because of someone else. I got a little late start to my day. I'm sure we don't need to say who.
Fuck off.
No. But anyways, so yes, it just thank you for the 750 channel points, Wilmer, and being part of the show. Thank you so much. Good to see someone who knows how to tell time. I should have been on a couple minutes earlier, but I got a little held up with a couple of things. But yeah, I am I was so nervous this morning with everything that was going on because at a certain point, like I'm like, all right, he's got to answer the phone eventually, if nothing else, to tell me to fuck off and stop bothering him. But as time went on, that didn't happen. But everything went, swimmingly. We prepped our show, and I was still ready to go on time. A few things we didn't get. We didn't get the thumbnail and shit. 1.1, it's coming. 11.1, it's coming. 11.1 what? No idea. No idea what 11.1 is. Yeah, I don't, because we're not even at 10. So that'd be a lot. That would be a lot. Suddenly. Anyways, I'm going to pull the audio down really quick. November 1st. Oh, 11. Oh, 11.1. Oh, and Chevrolet JB is talking about, no, the scream alert for, 1,500 channel points. Yeah, it's like November 1st. I mean, the 2nd's my birthday, so that's... What would the 1st be? I don't think anything, most of the time. So, yeah, the Screamer. Great. At least now we know.
11 out of 12, I don't do this short thing. This is America, it's the holidays. Fuck yeah, get over here, please. I want to suck your dick.
Well, tell you, Pride Month! I can't wait to score me some man giant. I'm going to be a regular dude hound.
I love how he hated it. I love how he hated it when I played it today. And I'm like, dude, the point is to be cringy and gross. It's like, it's supposed to be gross, because the whole, what would we call it? The whole for-profitization of Pride and everything about it. Like, just, you're not for it or against it. You really could be indifferent to all hell. But, hey, we're going to make a buck. You know what I mean? So it's just, there we go. There we go, Pride Month. Enjoy that sound drop for the next 30 days. I didn't realize this when I put it back on, and I listened to it the last couple of times, and I've been playing it these last few times. I think I'm wearing out on the bit. I didn't have the wherewithal to think that I would be able to last this month. I didn't think it would. Yeah. Oh, wow. Oh, well. Anyways, I got to drop the audio. We got to pull up the sound drops. We got to pull up the first hour stories that I didn't get up there because I was too busy putting the stories and things together. So for our first hour, we'll be talking about... I normally avoid doing Guinness World Record stories unless they're about a douchebag that I like ripping on. But this one is not even that. This is a... Oh, no. You didn't list it in there. There's no description. God damn it. Oh, fuck. Hell, I'm jealous. He's just jealous he doesn't have that drop. Who's jealous? Oh, Aaron? Aaron is not jealous he doesn't have that drop because having that drop is as simple as asking me for it. He did not like it. I could tell from his face. That was kind of the idea with the drop. But again, it's hard to be in on the joke when you're not, actively involved in the show. So it loses a little something if you never watch. All right, so we're going to talk about Tim Scott clashing with The View. That's going to be the big thing that we're doing. And I hate that I do this while I'm doing this. I need to get these up ahead of time from now on. I bet you there's going to be, another ad. You know what we need? More ads. Yeah. Fuck you. All right. And we're good. Whew. Anyways, so the world record one that we're going to be talking about, I normally am not in favor of these. Normally not in favor of world records for a lot of stuff. But I figure in certain forms of competition, it's quite valid. One of those forms being the land speed record kind of thing, you know? The fastest car, the fastest motorcycle. Or in the case of England, the fastest motorized trash can. Because, you know, fuck doing it in a car. Everybody's done that. Airplanes, that's yesterday's news. Boats, I mean, you know, that's a little bit of a thing. But how fast is your garbage going? I want to throw my food away and the trash gets it into the dump before it even starts to decompose. I want it to get there in record time. So let's go to someone must have had a lot of Guinness when they thought of that idea. Well, it's England, so maybe. A British engineer unofficially broke a world record. Unofficially? What do you mean unofficially? Unofficially broke a world record when he took his motorized trash can up to speeds of 55 miles per hour. Michael Wallhead, 31, said he bought the wheeled trash can from Facebook Marketplace for about $25 and then proceeded to make nearly $900 worth of modifications, including a Suzuki GP 125 two-stroke engine, magnesium go-kart wheels, rear axle, a 5-gear box, a chassis, a steering damper, and an extra wheel at the front. Wallhead took his wheelie bin to Evlington Airfield in northern Yorkshire, where he was clocked at an average speed of 54.9 miles per hour. The current Guinness World Record for fastest wheelie bin stands at 45 miles per hour and was set by Andy Jennings in May of 2021. Oh, so we've got an upset. I haven't even been keeping track of this. I didn't realize things were heating up in the garbage race. I have some two-strokes. What, motorized garbage cans? All right, I'm saying this on behalf of someone who's horribly crippled. You can't walk it out yourself? So wait, he's in it while it's driving? Why? Why would you? You don't need to do that. How bad is it that your garbage can has to be a form of emergency escape? I mean, what are you looking for? Wait, is this the same? What the heck video is this? You got another video just randomly playing here? Oh, I just saw something moving in the background there. Yeah, I don't know what that is, and I don't care. It's not what I came here for. I came here for a garbage can that goes 55 miles an hour. I have to write you a ticket. Why? Because I broke the speed limit? No, because you didn't recycle. Just I feel like that's the garbage can you use to fuck with the garbage man. You know, you just roll it forward a little bit. You roll it forward a little bit. He keeps going that one more step to get it, and you just missed. Must be on a hill, you know? So then he goes like those 2 steps to get ahead of you, and then you gun it and you take off and leave him in the dirt. Just, see you later. I can't believe he raced that garbage can. Didn't do it dressed as Oscar the Grouch. I feel like you have to race the garbage can as Oscar the Grouch. That's the only way you do it. That you only do it dressed as Oscar the Grouch. It's the only way you get to race a garbage can. Oh man. All right, so I'm sorry, wheelie bin, as they call them. We can't misgender them, god damn it. Alrighty, so we're just getting started. We're gonna have a fun, fully packed show for you, going for another good 3 hours. Maybe we'll do a 3.5-hour show if we hit that goal thing. That's what the thing is. A thing. Holy Jesus! Let's pause that. Alrighty. So wow, I'm sorry. I just had a moment there with that. That just fastest garbage can. Nothing else going on in life, huh? Didn't have a wife, a friend. Your hobby is to build high-speed garbage cans. It's really a thing. And there's ballsy to sit in it like that. How did you fit? Got to be an accordion. Alrighty. Howdy, saying Patrick Bahy. Well, howdy, and balls deep with the is that a what's up or I have no idea. Either way, thank you, balls deep. How you doing? We're getting our lovely little program started. We have if we get to the overtime, we have a couple of different videos and things to go over and have a great extra half hour of show. Great. Thanks, Johnny. Well, you're welcome, Balls Deep. I'm in a good mood this week. We're, oh, damn. I almost want to actually read that. Danny Masterson's wife, Bayou Phillips, recently or reportedly devastated by his rape conviction. I almost want to. I almost want to look at it. We're going to open that in a new tab. There we go. Angry Saxon waving in the chat. Good to see you, Angry Saxon. Oh, elbow cough. That's what that is. That's elbow cough. Yeah, so we have, like I said, a couple of different stories to get us through the first hour, the second, and the third. There is no show this Sunday, though. Normally the Sunday Smoke Show only on Rumble. We won't be doing that this Sunday. I have a birthday party to take care of and attend to for my daughter. So that's a thing. So, yeah, we're going to be going through this week just kind of, happy that that's going to be awesome. There's no way that can or cannot be awesome. It is predetermined. I'm sorry. West Virginia police officer shot and killed, suspect in custody after immense manhunt. Well, the picture of the suspect in custody looks like before he was brought into custody, he fell down some stairs. Like all of the stairs. Anyways, we're going to get to this first story. None of those are the story we actually are supposed to be talking about. The thing we have planned for the show. Jesse saying, all right, I'm not saying anything, just a shit ton of emotes. Sweet. Again, the sweet green eye emote, courtesy of one little Lemmy. Thanks again. I know she's not watching. She's got shit to do, but thanks again, Lemmy. She did that in the egg chair, and yes, it's an egg chair emote, which, if I could take a moment to talk about me, because that's what I care about, I am really hoping that this stem cell thing becomes a thing. This stem cell stuff that people are talking about, this trial thing, try and get on that. We're really hoping that's going to happen here. Would really like to see that happen. So, I mean, maybe balls crossed. It'll be a good time getting through all that. Anyways, back to the actual show we had planned. Enough about you. I am one of those people who has started to. I'm really late to the party on the whole Jordan.
Last time I checked, we don't have a whole lot of songs that feature the cowbell.
I gotta have more cowbell, baby.
22 months of happiness in the household.
Happiness in the household. Holy shit, we're close to a hype train. Well, let's get that ring in there. No audio. What? No audio? Did you not hear that? Did Rusty Grammar, if you did not hear that, I will
Look, 11 out of 12, I don't do this short thing. This is America, it's the holidays. Fuck yeah, get over here, please. I want to suck your dick.
Tell you, Pride Bro, I can't wait to score me some mangine. I'm gonna be a regular nude hound.
Thank you, Lab Glass. Balls deep in Lab Glass. Whoops. Yeah, I have enough of a history fucking up, setting shit up. So let's not throw me off kilter. I do have a bell ringing for one Lab Glass for 22 months. Thank you for 22 months of supporting the program. Thank you so much. One person away if we want to do that hype train, throw it all in there and see how we land would be nice, because I think it's like level 3 or 4 and we're at our goal thing and we're good. I don't know. At any rate, we have this next story. It's weird. 3 minutes. I don't want to go in, but then do I want to dick around for 3 minutes while I wait for this? Because then if it is going to fail, this is going to be 3 minutes of petering out while my balls drag along the floor. But then if I get into the thing and then that kicks off, then we got we got to have fun with that. I don't know. Oh, but we don't do the video thing anymore. Now the videos are the overtime. Ah, that's right. Alrighty. Well, Dear Butch with 100. Yep, there we go.
Here comes a train, a busy little train, rushing up and down on the daisy.
We can still do this thing. There we go. Figured it out.
Everyone's aboard on the 809. Here comes a train, and here comes driver 10-2. Wah-hey! Here it comes, here it comes. Here comes a train today. Here comes a train!
Party 100.
You know what? It helps if I have a lighter that works. And I have a whole package of them, but I'm too retarded to pull them out of a bag. 60% on level 1. Nice. There we go. We're getting there already. I assume we have another one coming through. Thank you for the sharp. What was
Cheer
it?
100. I almost forget it was Monday.
What do you mean you almost forgot it was Monday? But thank you very much for the 65 bits and the thing in the do. Let's get the level 1 controlled burn out of the way. And yeah, you seem like that's the part you love the most. Alrighty, hold on. Alrighty, there we go. 65% of the way through level 1. Thanks again for this hype train. Trying to get it as far as we can so we can lock in that $50 goal to keep that overtime going. Where is our PayPal thing so people need those options the people that need those options and want them have them? There we go. There we go. Why don't I learn to put these on the computer? I'm sitting there wanting to bitch Aaron out for not having his chat on the screen. Because he's sitting there going, oh, it's so hard to keep up with my chat. And it's like, but it wouldn't be, though, if you had it on the screen. Because I get that. He's like, I can't have it on the screen. I got to do the story. Right. But you don't.
Cheer 100. Oh no. I left my trombone outside and it started to rain. I hope it doesn't get too rusty.
Have you much experience playing a rusty trombone? Whatever could he mean by that? I don't know. I think it was a quib about being... No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. 70% of the way through level 1 with 2 minutes left before that finishes out. Let's get over to the story. We'll keep an eye on that while it goes. Dear Butch, thank you again for contributing to the show. Nice rusty trombone. Oh, you know what? We have for that beautiful reference. There's a knock in the pants that takes you back. Even fucked up the sound drop. Nice. Just screw it all up today. We're on a trend. It's like someone being tardy rubbed off on you. All right, shut up. All right, so Glass of Lab, says Redbeard. Indeed, Glass of Lab. At
Cheer
least
100, it's Monday, but I thought it was Thursday. Oh well, shrug.
How did you think it was Thursday? Balls deep? Hold on. Are you in a safe space? Do you need to sit in the therapy room and talk it out? You thought it was Thursday. Have you been working all weekend? How did you think it was Thursday? Correct me if I'm wrong, but most of us had shit to do today. I, for one, was up at bright and early.
Cheer 100, I dunno. I just forgot it was Monday.
This is a weird way to have a conversation, but it's going to happen for the next 30 seconds because I'm a whore. So 80% of the way through level 1 of the hype train. You forgot it was Monday, but you just assumed it was there. Why? Is there something happening that's important? Why did we go to Thursday? I have no relation to Rusty Trombone, Jack.
Cheer 100, cheer 100,
oh, Balls
cheer 100.
Deep's going to put us at 95 with 10% of... Oh, but then Deer
cheer
Butch
100,
is going to...
Cheer 100,
this should do
cheer
it. There
100.
we go.
Cheer 100 Monday.
Oh, it was a kick in the dick, but it happened. We did it. Level 1 complete. Now we have just another 5 minutes to go. No, I should get that second controlled burn, and then we'll move into the story. Wish it was Thursday. Wife should... Oh, first.
Cheer 100, I remember now. It's Monday. Thanks, guys.
Are you sure? You sure we can stop some more of the show to remind you? I don't have a whole lot going on today. I was just at work a minute ago, and now I'm loitering. So yeah, I got up bright and early on Monday. It's weird. It's like if you work at a certain time all the time, you're always up. And I'm so glad I didn't drive over. That would have been horrible to just be on his doorstep, kind of like bump, 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 beating on the door. Hey, will you let the cripple
Cheer
in?
100 little 1478 Bulls.
20% of the way through level 2. Thank you very much, Balls Deep. The Balls Deep hype train. Balls Deep's been very big on this one. So we'll give him credit for...
Cheer 100 Beard of Red. I called Sanchez to get my trombone inside, but he was pooping and put his finger through the TP. Hope he finds somewhere to wipe it.
You know, there's times where I'm like, can it be so gross that it gets... Because I get it that it's not offensive. None of those words are banned or anything. But I just could it get to the point where somebody, and they know it's not me, right? I don't say this shit. The computer does, and I'm pretty sure even he's not happy about it. Because there was a lady and she just fucking left. Nobody knows why or how. She just up and left. There was a certain point where she's like, fuck these dicks. I'm not going to say the shit they want me to say. Fuck that. I think it was mostly Lab Glass, if I'm honest. I don't want to point fingers, but I'm pretty sure it was mostly Lab Glass that convinced the computer voice lady to leave, because she was just like, I'm not going to read the stuff he wants me to say. Fat Conan, that is the best kind of TP, the thin stuff. Your fingers poke through a little... oh, no. Wait a minute, y'all just shit right in the toilet? It's reminding me of the Beast segment again. Oh, The beast. The fucking beast. Jesus Christ. Alrighty, so we have just under 2 minutes. We're at 24%. Looks like that's where we're going to be. And
Cheer 100. I'm tickled pink that Labglass has given me a voice to express my life.
I'm going to choose to ignore the choice of expression and not read anything into it, because I'm sure that is exactly how it is intended, with no entendres of any kind. Alrighty, to be fair, it is Pride Month. Yes, dear Butch, it is Pride Month, as we all remember. So if you're a pandering corporation, don't forget to sell something for Pride Month. Over here, we don't have much stickers and sound drops, and so we've accompanied a sound drop to show that we too want to pander to Pride Month solely for capitalistic gain. I was really hoping someone would have bought it at that point in time. It would have gone up. It would have been funny, but oh well. Oh well. It's just a bit. It's my bad. All right, there's our second controlled burn. Looks like we're going to end this hype train here at 28% of level 2. Thank you very, very much. We'll check up on that later in the show and see where we're at for the goal, which is $50, and then we'll check on all those. We'll get to that in a little bit. Let's get back into the thick of it, because it is only 2:30. We still have, hopefully, 3 more hours of show to do. So let's move it along. Jewish conservatives are combating left-wing protection of George Soros with Jews Against Soros coalition. Okay, so I know we make jokes, strong. Yeah, thank you so much for level 2. Thank you so much for that. So, I know George Soros is very, very big in the left-wing community. I am surprised to see Jewish people coming together and saying he's a problem, let alone not just a problem. They threw the anti-Semitic term at him. They don't just throw that out willy-nilly. Only if you're like, selling shoes and shit and you say people want to speak for you. All right. I gotta, let's see, where are we at? I'm trying to do too many things at once. That's the problem. So then I can keep an eye on all of this stuff. There we go. Where's... All right. Okay, so Jewish conservatives combat left-wing protection of George Soros. So, Jews Against Soros Coalition, or JAS, or JAS. As a straight white working male, Pride Month is offensive. Pride is a sin, brother, says Rusty Grammar. Well, don't worry. My support for Pride is like most corporations during this time of the year. It is skin deep, solely to make a quick buck, and that's it. That is the entire purpose of the sound drop. It's a subtle criticism, if you will, on say like the shit Target does. Which, by the way, it's coming back to bite them now. So maybe I should stop with the bit. Like the bit's like, oh, it's cringy, it's cringy, it's weird, it's kind of and I'm like, yeah, it is, and that's kind of the point. Kind of like pandering to somebody's sexual identity movement is kind of gross. But hey, at least this time we can work the kids into it. So now it's a whole family thing, We can turn mom, dad, and their kids. So everybody can start just going to the same. Anyways, moving along. Pride goeth before the fall. Well, I can speak on this, fanatical Bucks fan. You can fall all the time with absolutely no pride. I, for one, have been a mewling bag of shame for the last I don't know how many years, and I fall daily. I mean, there is no pride at all. I am not proud. I am well aware that I am a feeble piece of shit, and still, I will drop like a sack of bricks. So that whole pride goeth before the fall. Well, maybe it does, but let me tell you right now, you can fall just fine without it. That's how the Roman Empire fell. Too many pride months. You know, who am I to argue with historian Fat Conan? Apparently, for those of you who weren't aware, the Roman Empire fell due to too many pride months. Like I said, I am not a historian. I got to leave it to Fat Conan. Okay, so some Jewish conservatives, back to this story we were on. Some Jewish conservatives are joining forces to combat what they say is the left's intellectual dishonest shielding of Democrat megadonor George Soros. Former federal prosecutor Will Scarf and Newsweek senior editor-at-large Josh Hammer launched Jews Against Soros, or JAS. It's JAS. A grassroots coalition of American Jews that not only oppose Soros's leftist agenda, but is fighting back against the left-wing smear that criticizing the Jewish Hungarian billionaire is anti-Semitic, a claim that has often been leveled by Democrats and members of the media when conservatives call out his major influence in politics. There really is no easier way to try and shut down an entirely legitimate debate than to falsely accuse someone of something no less serious than the world's oldest form of bigotry, anti-Semitism, Hammer told Fox News. Thank you, Wilmer Autotech, for the 250 channel points. Steel Toe Show saying Happy Pride Month. Don't call it a comeback. Oh, right. I'm sure that's the actual one too. I want to look. That's what I thought. Okay, so Jewish conservatives. Where were we? We were reading and I got distracted because I am a fucking squirrel. That stuff is some good herb, and I am a goddamn squirrel. Taste Fairy saying, hello, Jonathan. Nobody calls me Jonathan, not even my mother, because it's not my name. Hey, Dave. Hi, Dave. See, Dave, the thing is, see, Dave, the thing is, Dave, do you like popcorn? Oh, fun. All right, there's a nice little divert for a bunch of time we didn't need to burn. There we go. Alrighty. What's wrong with Jonathan? I named my chipmunk Jonathan. There's nothing wrong with Jonathan. It's just simply not. It's something that people assume my name is John is short for Jonathan, or Johnny is short for Jonathan. No. Johnny is an elongation of my name, and pretty much what everyone calls me now. So when people are like, "Hey, what's up, Jonathan?" and I'm like, that's like someone like if your name is Ted, someone's like, "Hey, how's it going, Theodore?" I'm not pissed. I mean, I don't think you would be either, but just be like, "Yeah, no, my name's literally just Ted." My parents are lazy, and well, I guess in like a decade or two, you can start have legit people being like, "Yeah, my parents are lazy," and they saw that movie with Mark Wahlberg and the teddy bear about smoking weed, and they fucked like rabbits, and then they made me. So they're like, "Oh my God, we have to name him Ted. It's our own little teddy bear." And it's, oh shit. Alrighty. Ba-ba-da-ba-da. This is my brother Daryl, and this is my other brother Daryl. Okay, yeah. Now I'm complete. Hey, we have a sound drop for that. Master Meatball. Oh my God, I see it now. Johnny looks like Simon Chipmunk. I have no idea who Simon Chipmunk is. Is he like Alvin's manager or something? It was Alvin. Simon is one of them? I don't know. I have no idea now. Old sitcom. All right, yeah. I mean, I'm old, but Jesus. Okay. There's a sign. Here's your sign. Bill Engvall quote. Woo. Alrighty, so there's no easier way to shut down legitimate debate. All right. Second of all, at a time of actual rising anti-Semitism all across the world, including in the United States, it does severe damage to the cause of those who have a vested interest in calling out and condemning real anti-Semitism, to let those incredibly fabricated political tendentious charges? I thought tedious would be, but all right. Of anti-Semitism to metastasize throughout our culture as well. Jesus, the guy just I'm sorry, I don't mean to typecast, but the guy kind of looks like a Bond villain. Am I wrong? No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die. Like, Did they pick this picture to make him look like a... Because just kind of does. And he also, in a weird way, looks like my grandma, which makes me trust him even less because she was senile. Like, bag of cat's nuts. Fucking... Now I have Chipmunk Christmas song in my head. Did not see it. Oh. Alrighty. Alrighty. I don't know what that is. All right. So the ultimate mission of JAS, according to its co-founders, is to be a one-stop shop for Soros critics and to provide cover to elected officials, giving them more confidence in being able to freely call out Soros for his influence without unfair allegations being hurled their way. Right. Now you can call him out on anything and be like, and I can say that. I have Jewish friends. Paid good money for them. We would like to rent out our services to say you're not anti-Semitic. Bag of cat's nuts. That's a new one to me, says Taste Fairy. Taste Fairy, crazier than a sack full of cats. If you haven't heard the expression, trust me, it's very accurate for the people if it's hurled at the right ones. Kind of think of like, Bam Margera is a sack full of cats crazy. He's mostly there by fueled by drugs. And quite frankly, we'll see if that stops being a thing. But for the time being, yeah, crazier than a sack full of cats. Phone chat and TV watching. Nice. There you go. Master Meatball, that's the face of someone who has drank way too much blood. That's your opinion. My opinion, he's not drinking enough. Bring him Phoenix. Who? George Soros or Bam Margera? Fat Conan saying a sack full of cats is only crazy until you get it wet. No. You get a sack full of pussies wet, and now you've got a fight on your hands. Or they're licking each other. Either way, it's gonna get messy. It is not gonna go your way. Alrighty. I feel weird reading this quote, especially since we keep breaking from the story, but I'll just finish it. I'd have Jews. Thank you, Joburg. I'd have Jews in my community, liberal Jews, saying, you can't talk about Soros that way. It's anti-Semitic, which is crazy, Scarf told Fox News Digital. I'm talking from personal experience about a woman that Soros publicly supported. But if you say those facts out loud, somehow that, through some kind of alchemical process, is anti-Semitic, and it doesn't make any sense. It needed to be called out, and I think Josh and I both saw a real need for Jews to stand up and fight that sort of thing. That's right. We need Jews willing to dive in and do the hard work of calling out all the other... Otherwise, they could go to ground. You need someone to tell... Okay. Anyways, so I think we've got enough mileage out of that. The Jewish community, at least even just a small portion of it, is now rallying to be anti-Soros. That is, I don't know if that is that heartening? I feel like it's heartening. At the very least, it's surprising. But we'll see. We'll see if anyone... I'd love to see Trump be out there on the circuit with just, I have my own juice right here. These are my Jews. They're the best Jews. Soros is not a good Jew. And I can say that. I have their support. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and drop that. Here we go. Up next.
What are you doing? I gotta hit the bathroom right now. That
What the
enlarged prostate has...
Why did we just do a racing commercial with a guy about an enlarged prostate? That's it's weird, right? It seems weird. It seems a little weird. Bam, worst character in Jackass. I'll admit I used to find like Bam beating up his dad and just being a general dick around his parents. I found that to be quite annoying. I mean, he kind of made up for it with like the nice house and shit, but then yeah, yeah, I don't know how you I don't know how you found him to be anything. It's we have a sound drop for that. I don't even know what happened right now. Oh, so this Danny Masterson thing. This came out this came out a while ago, so then I don't really care. They tied the knot in 2011. All right, I don't even want to do it now. Danny Masterson's wife. The only thing I was curious about is Bayou Phillips related to Lou Diamond Phillips? I don't know. Does it matter? I don't know. Anyways. So this next thing that we were going to do is a goddamn Janine Moose story. About a bear stealing cupcakes. I was gonna have fun with it, but I can't because it's Janine Moose, and we've got time, but not that much time. We don't have Janine Moose time. So moo's over. We'll go to another story. All right, let's go check here quick to get a quick update on things. Oh my God, that hurts. Looking at that number hurts. All right, we're about halfway to our goal. We are halfway to our overtime goal. So right now, just so you know, we are, well, we're 21. So, I mean, we're We'll say what? You know, just fucking screw it. Fucking whatever. There we go. We'll see how it goes. We'll check the Venmo and the PayPal and stuff later, and if subs and bits and subs come in, we'll go with those. So back over to our stories here. This one is one I had from last week, and I'm gonna talk about it because I grew up in a house with some questionable. Bam wasn't even the best person on Viva La Bam. I never even watched Viva La Bam. I'll be honest. Never watched Viva La Bam. Okay, so I grew up in a like a neglectful home, but Jesus, this is a new one even for me. Like I read this one and I was like, oh, that hurts. That hurts me in my like my no place. Actually, let's pin that. There we go. That'll help with that. Alrighty. Authorities, a Pennsylvania girl is among 7 neglected children rescued from a filthy home, and quote, when she was discovered, she wanted a blanket to quote keep her rats warm. Fat Conan, I prefer Pebbles and Wilma to Bam Bam. I don't think it's the same one. Pretty sure that's not the same. Not the same. Just anyways. So authorities found Shane and Crystal Roberts, 7 children, suffering from severe neglect in a filthy Bucks County home. I know the feeling when you know your childhood has fucked up. When you know your childhood was fucked up and you still say, that's fucked up. Yeah, and we're about to get to one of those. Pennsylvania, and this is the other thing, too. It's in Pennsylvania. I don't know why, but I don't picture this as a Pennsylvania thing. Pennsylvania police rescued 7 neglected children from a filthy trailer home in Bucks County, north of Philadelphia, last month, and arrested their parents after a community member called in an unusual sighting. The caller reported seeing 2 children entering a abandoned trailer in the park, one of whom told the officer she was looking for a blanket to, quote, keep her rats warm because her family does not have much money left, according to an affidavit. Penridge Regional Police Department Chief Paul Dixon described the case to Fox News Digital as an unfortunate situation, but commented the officers and the commended the officers and the community for reporting it. Authorities on May 19th arrested the parents, 47-year-old Shane Roberts and 37-year-old Crystal Robertson, and charged them with 7 counts each of endangering the welfare of children. Crystal Robertson stated that they were going through so much food she had to lock the refrigerator because they were stealing everything, the police affidavit states. Oh, look, okay, so first of all, while we continue reading this lovely story about these people, who I'm sure are lovely, lovely people, let's just highlight this here, just so we're clear. This is the lady in question. Boop, boop, boop. There's lovely Crystal Roberts. Okay, or Crystal Robertson, not Roberts. I keep losing the O-N. For whatever reason, my left eye is not being awesome, and I lose the O-N, and I just see Roberts. Alrighty, Crystal Robertson. So there's the mom. I gotta say the nostril piercing does not really work for you in the rest of the look, but I am a biased opinion because I really oh, wrong button. I really don't care for she is a double bagger for sure. Whatever happened to passing, right? Guys lost the the long cherished art of going, you know what? Nah. She's a PA too. Oh man. If not for being a mom, I'd ask they were born. Oh, boo. But I mean, in that picture, actually, I can kind of see it in that picture. Crystal Robertson also referred to her children as, quote, garbage disposals with legs. Officers at the scene opened the refrigerator, which was closed with a bicycle lock, and noted that there was, quote, very little food inside. Shane Robertson apparently lied to police about the number of children inside the house, saying that he only had one other daughter, an unkempt 16-year-old girl who met the officers inside. All right. The girl who met with the officers inside the home. Jesus, that's a weird way to word it. All right, so a social worker who arrived at the home after the officers left to fill out a childline report found a total of 7 children at the home, some of whom were being hidden in a rear bedroom of the home during the social worker's visit. Right, she won't look for them if we put them in the back. We'll tell her that she got everyone up front. She'll see an empty room or two. Checks out. No, ma'am, you don't need to check the back room. That's the master bedroom. We're both up here. Obviously, there's nobody back there. All righty. So a social worker arrived at home. Shane Robinson admitted to police that he lied about the number of children because he did not want to get into any trouble. Like my voice is. Dear Butch saying, come on, a little makeup in a dark room? Maybe. No, not even. But hey, would you like to see who she was saying? Would you like to see who she was saying yes to and who was also simultaneously saying yes to having 7 kids with her? Boop. Oh, wrong one. There we go. So my question is, who's batting outside their league? Is it him or her? I feel like it's him just because she's younger. But then, I don't know, maybe that's a warning sign? A penis with a beard. Yeah. He does kind of look like a little bit like a dick. It is they're both hitting grand slams. Well, that's just 2 people who deserve each other. That's what that is. That is 2 people that fate has ordained to be together. So now Shane Robertson admitted to police that he lied about the number of children. In one bedroom, officers noted that the suspect slept in a bed with dirty sheets surrounded by animal cages. The floor was littered with garbage, and the walls had holes in them. So wait, did you find Jake Hudson? They're in the same perfect couple. Yeah, I feel like at that point they deserve each other to the point where it's a power couple. Alrighty. A second room adjacent to theirs had missing sheetrock on the walls, a broken washing machine with no door, and it was covered with garbage and dirty clothing. A third room had feces all over the ground, a filthy bed covered with a blanket that also had feces on it. This room also housed approximately 24 rats that were located in 2 different cages, police wrote. The bathroom did not have soap, toothpaste, or any other cleaning or hygiene products. The only notable food located in the home was for the animals, including 2 dogs, 2 turtles, 2 rabbits, snakes, toads, a 4-legged reptile, and again, the 24 rats. Murdercom. Don't know how that was a thing, but okay. Okay, so yeah. You guys, we don't have any more pictures. Damn it. You guys literally have 7 kids and all of those. How is this the kids' fault? The kids are garbage disposals with legs? Do you know what all those animals are? And you chose those. You didn't need to have those. Why did you pick up all of the mice and the lizard and... Ugh. 2 dogs, 2 turtles, 2 rabbits, snakes, toads, a 4-legged reptile. The kids are the ones to blame? How the fuck are the kids the ones to blame? All but one of the children were considered clinically malnourished after an exam, had various severe dental issues. None of the children had any formal education, and all lacked basic knowledge, including simple writing, reading, and spelling. Some did not know their own birthdays, and 4 of them had speech impediments. They also had social anxiety. One of the children had a dire infestation of maggots in her hair, and another was diagnosed with ringworm. Can we hold this case up to people that say you can't have an abortion? Because I'm sorry, I hate to say this, but I'm saying those kids might... Oh, man, how... Toastmaster. And a partridge in a pear tree. 4 starving children. No, wait, what did... 7 starving children. 6 cage of mice. I'd have to write them down to remember. I'm still not hearing a problem. Another great job by CPS. Oh, yeah, now, sure. Alrighty, missing the sheetrock, 2 dozen rats. One of the children, diagnosed the ringworm. On May 20th, a day after their arrests, both parents were able to post 10% of their total $10,000 bond. So they came up with $1,000 the next day. They've got kids that are starving in that situation, but they were able to liquidate $1,000 in a day. That something about that smells a little hinky. Well, hey, good news, guys. You're gonna be out, and you don't have any more animals or kids to feed. I mean, I'm sure you've got some incoming litigation. I'm sure you're going to be, investigated. And I'm pretty sure someone's going to... Sounds like the first house I flipped, says Dear Butch. It sounds a lot like the house I grew up in. It sounds a lot. But I will say this. One thing for my parents, good or bad, no matter how fucked up my childhood was, they weren't really big on adding more pets to the scenario. Like, adding more animals to the equation. They were always like, no, we don't need any more animals, no. And I, as a child, did not understand. I do now. And, yeah. I feel like a couple of those, like, okay, the 2 dogs, you can let that slide. But you're going to go with all the pets, the reptiles, yeah. The locking the food because the kids are little thieves thing, that one, that's the one that made me be like, I need to talk about this because this pisses me off. Because I had that problem too. Our family was a bunch of little thieves. But the thing is, when you're really, really hungry and you live in a house with food, but nobody's letting you have any, you steal it. Oh. At a certain point, your stomach growling becomes an issue. Well, here's what it is. You steal it up until the point where you learn the ability to ignore your stomach being hungry. which I'm guessing the older one was not an issue, I'm guessing. But the other ones, the oldest one that was, I bought a house to fix my neighborhood. You want to buy a house on my block to fix my neighborhood? We could use it. Thank you if you're watching on Rumble. Really glad to see all of you over there on Rumble. We have the YouTube, the Rumble, obviously the only chat not up on the channel. But we have the YouTube and the Twitch up there. Feel free to comment in the live chat. We will read it. Maybe, Johnny. All right. Well, hey, man, maybe I need to talk to you. Because there's a couple of people that are up to no good. The cops got called twice in the last, month and a half. And everybody just we all just yeah. Certain people, I won't say who, have dubbed it the meth house, and I agree with that term. Alrighty. So the Pennsylvania girl. All right. So yeah, the F those parents, man. I hate them bastards. I hope they get prosecuted to the full extent of the law. Interest rates suck, but I'm looking. Deerbutch saying, so you don't have to go far to get crack then. We call it the meth house. I don't know that they sell. I don't know what they sell. Here's what I know. I don't want it based on the one. I don't know that they're selling anything. It is an opinion. And I will say this. It seems like a place where a lot of people are coming and going, and a lot of junk is collected and stuff. So I don't understand why the constant tirade of people. The cops showed up and put like a do not enter the premises kind of notice. We thought the house was condemned. I could have swore it was condemned. But then people started kind of living there again or moving out. I don't know what's going on. Is it a slow move out process? Either way, several police officers and firefighters and stuff were back again yesterday. So cool. Maybe they have lots of friends, but they're probably selling drugs. And this is the thing, if they were doing that and nobody noticed, it wouldn't matter. But they're on the corner. Their house is on the corner. So all the other streets up and down, kind of get a good look at, these guys got people just kind of parking over there all the time. And again, the quality of people is a thing to be said. And if you had the cars and the just kind of the junk, okay. But then there's the random fire or whatever that burned part of the backyard. And again, the cops now twice. I can't imagine what's going on there. Anyways, enough talking about where I live. We're going to go to a video. There's a lot of left-wing people that say, hey, America's a racist society. This is a racist culture. Ooh, you're all being racist. Boo-hoo, baha, blah, blah. Well, Johnny, have you ever met Dan Cole from K-Fan while doing comedy? Nope. That's a no. Alrighty. So, as I was saying, thank you, Taste Fairy. I know that house. I know where you live. Oh, so you're saying that's where you get your meth? You don't know where I live. I only told you about that house. I didn't tell you about my relation to it. Best in town. It's where I get all my drugs. It's where I got the drugs that I use to... All right, I won't... The bit's funny, but it's a joke, and people wouldn't understand. Alrighty, so, again, The View is one of those places where I don't normally give two shits about what Whoopi Goldberg and Sunny Hostin said, especially with regards to racism. You know? Whoopi keeps expunging racism for certain people and seeing it with others, and Sunny Hostin just keeps seeing it everywhere. So I'm just like, whatever. But this is one of those beautiful times where somebody who gets to say something to these people, what do you mean these people? Well, what did he say? Well, what he said was,
I want these people segregated.
No, seriously though, aside from that very, very out of context drop, Tim Scott was a guest on The View, and I guess Tim Scott just got to have that conversation a lot of us would like to have, but the minute we try to, we're racist automatically because of who we are having the conversation. But he's not that, so he gets to, you know, he gets to make a moment like this a reality. Where are we at? Boop, there we go.
This way. One of the things I think about, and one of the reasons why I'm on the show, is because of the comments that were made, frankly, on this show, that the only way for a young African-American kid to be successful in this country is to be the exception and not the rule. That is a dangerous, offensive, disgusting message to send to our young people today, that the only way to succeed is by being the exception.
Well, I'll give them this. I don't want to give them credit, but I will say, judging from what their generation's capable of, it's not out of the realm of possibility. Look, simply put, there's a few of them. Just not bringing the A game. No, but yeah, he's got a point. To sit there and say, like, look, you know, black people in this society, you know, you're in jail or whatever. That the only way you succeed is to be the exception, not the rule. And yeah, I feel like that would be very, very depressing. And it spits in the face of everyone who succeeded. But again, I'm not supposed to be saying these things. I'm sorry. I am a white man investing my thoughts that shouldn't be. They're not sending their best, people, folks.
I will tell you that if my life is the exception, I can't imagine.
But it is.
But it's not, actually. It's
been 114 years.
Yeah, so there was about 15% of...
It's been 114 years. He's been in how long? What's been 114 years? You talking about, like, the emancipation of slavery? He looks good for 114. Yeah, Sonny, you realize 114 years ago, you wouldn't get to have a show. Do you realize there were people who were beaten, burned, had dogs set on them because they demanded they had the audacity to ask for equal rights, the right to vote, to be treated like, real citizens? I mean, I'm not saying...
Fuck! Oh!
Oh. Thank you, Wilmer. A reminder, we're about halfway through that overtime goal of $50. So thank you very much. Every bit helps. Thank you very much. So yeah, to go back to what I was saying though, with Sunny Hostin, if nothing's changed in 140, it's been 114 years. So wait a minute. a president, people getting, again, 114 years. You want to say that white people have been specifically holding black people down for all of it? I feel like there's a lot of black people in government, in politics. Why aren't these people doing more? How long has that been a thing? I feel like it's been a thing for a while. You're on TV all the time. You certainly scream about racism. Where are your suggestions? What are you doing to help people? "114 years ago was 1909. Slavery ended in 1865. The fuck is she talking about?" I have no idea. And I think that's the other thing, too. I'm kind of interrupting it. But I think he's about to get to the point that she doesn't know what she's talking about. At least we're just holding them down. We used to... oh, no. No, Chev. And who's we? All right? Let's be honest. The whole thing started with someone who looks an awful lot not like me, kind of ratting out their friends. That's where that began. And besides, I'm Polish-Lithuanian after World War II. Quite frankly, the whole thing predates me. But like I said, I'm supposed to just be an observer. I'm gonna use this to keep me busy, and so I can just observe.
Employment in the African American community for the first time in the history of the country is under 5%.
40% homelessness.
And 50%
of African Americans
50% of the folks in our community
get 13% of the population.
You had the chance to ask the question. I know that I've watched you on the show that you like people to be deferential and respectful, so I'm going to do the same thing.
That is true.
So to succeed is possible. It's one of the reasons why
I need an opportunity to.
I like you. I know you like people to be differential and respectful, so that's what I do. That is true. Yeah. So could you maybe practice a little of what you preach, bitch? All right, so let's go back to this now. He's about to explain how, having an optimistic outlook is helpful, and wise old Whoopi.
Because I have to go to. They're begging. They're begging.
So I'm going to do the same thing.
Homelessness.
And 50%
of African Americans
of the folks in our community
get 13% of the population.
You had the chance to ask the question. I know that I've watched you on the show that you like people to be deferential and respectful, so I'm going to do the same thing.
That is true.
So to succeed is possible. It's one of the reasons why.
I need an opportunity to succeed because I have to go to. They're begging.
We have more time, though.
They're begging. We're coming back.
I'm just getting started.
I know.
I believe all people can see the success that I've had.
We'll be right back.
Okay.
Aw, we gotta go to commercial. We don't want you being a black person on TV saying, "Hey, you too can succeed. You too can achieve if you just, put yourself together and work on it a little bit." Guys, we don't want that. That doesn't lead to riots in the streets. You need to be explaining how we only let the black ones in when they say what we want. Oh, boy. So, South Carolina Senator Tim Scott announced his campaign for president last month. That's what a lot of this is all about. Now, it's really, really weird that he announces his campaign, his candidacy for president, and then when he wants to sit there and actually say the achievements that he's had, the advantages, all those things, he's apparently a douche canoe. And I don't know. With the way things are, maybe I'm just black-pilled, but don't do it so out in the open. Like, hey, I've got an uplifting message about how your whole shit that you spew is a bunch of bullshit, and, black communities can succeed. Black people can succeed. They just need to, have a positive attitude, whatever. Think change is possible, believe, achieve, whatever. It's just, no, we got to cut to break, because if we keep going on this, you might make a fucking point, and that is not what we do here. Not what we do here. All righty, so that is Tim Scott clashing with The View. I call that less of a clash and more of him owning them to the point where they cut to commercial. That's what that would be. We have 2 hours left in the show, hopefully. Let's I don't think there's a reason to go back and check. We haven't enough movement on there. We have an hour and a half left in the show, and hopefully extend that if we get up to our $50 goal. Again, halfway there, and we'll see. Ireland's Agriculture Department considers fighting crime. Considers fighting crime. No. Considers fighting climate change by killing 200,000 cows. Are we at least going to sell the meat? Because I may be on board with this if it means cheap steaks. You know what I mean? Like, where are we going? Climate activists will tell you that you're evil for enjoying a cheeseburger and then turn around and say there are too many cows on the planet and we need to kill hundreds of thousands in order to cut emissions. But that's actually the proposal that's being considered in Ireland. Where is this here? Cuts to the dairy herd of 65,000 cows per year for the next 3 years will be needed to meet agricultural climate targets, Department of AG officials have estimated in an internal briefing seen by the Farm Independent. Read the full story here. Okay, so yeah, definitely want to read the full story. These are dairy cows, not meat. So then we can't do anything with them, is what you're saying. Is it just like it's a less tasty? Is it it's not a standalone cow? Alrighty. It's been revealed that a budget cut needed to cull 65,000 cows every year for 3 years to meet climate goals. Up to 65,000 dairy cows have to be removed from the national herd every year for 3 years at a cost of 200 million euros. In the farming sector is to meet its climate targets. All right, so we don't get to have more of a story. Okay, so we can't go back to it any further. We'll go back to this thing then. They cut out the pieces we need. A spokesperson for the Department of Agriculture, Food, and Marine said the paper referred to was part of a deliberative process. It is one of a number of modeling documents considered by the Department of Agriculture, Food, and the Marine, and is not a final policy decision. As part of the normal work of government departments, various options for policy implementation are regularly considered. With farming emissions continuing to rise and a 25% emissions reduction target in the sector by 2030, the industry and leaders must come up with a plan to reduce the sector's environmental impact. A Food Vision Dairy Group report published last October outlined an urgent need to address the negative environmental impact associated with the dairy expansion. So you guys are making more milk? Why can't we just So now they'll have to import dairy. Brilliant. Yeah, no, I mean, obviously we're not going to do anything reasonable like say, oh, if we want to limit these emissions and limit the cow populations and all that stuff, maybe we should limit our population, because it's really, really weird. We're saying we can't breed the herd animals in perpetuity to feed us, but we can just breed all day long with no regard. I mean, where's the food come from eventually? Oh, that's right. We're all supposed to eat crickets. Yeah. Crickets. Want to eat me some crickets. I'm doing this even though I know it's not going to change. Oh, wait. No, kind of. Alrighty. Here we go. Just inside of halfway to that goal. So we'll see how that, we'll check up on that in a little while and see how that goes. Where's the thing? A BAM update. If you want to go back to BAM for any reason. What is this? Oh, this is a year ago. What the? This is from a year ago? From Instagram. Mud Majera. I'm guessing that's Bam. It definitely looks like Bam. Looks like Emerald Lagasse. Bam!
They put a hex on me or something. I got a DUI in January at the LAX airport with a parked car. A siren comes up behind me, and I'm like, fuck, I got pulled over, although I've already been pulled over. I'm just sitting here texting. I wait 30 minutes, and the fucker still didn't come up yet. Finally, he knocks on the door. He's like, what are you doing? I'm like, what are you doing? I thought you were here to arrest me. He's like, no, I was arresting a guy behind you. You have nothing to do with this. Have you been drinking? I'm like, well, what do you think? And he's just like, get out of the car. Because the car was running, DUI. So, on top of that, wound up in the mental institution, did 90 days in fucking rehab at Wavelengths in Huntington Beach, did 30 days in rehab in Florida. And when I finally got time to be at home, I was forced to take 10 different antidepressant medicines, which causes dizziness, sore muscles, and a weight gaining pill. And I'm like, I'm even more depressed because all I want to do is fucking skate, and I have muscle cramps, I'm dizzy as shit, and I'm a fat fucking sweaty meatball. I feel like somebody put a hex.
I don't know. Who was that? That was a fanatical Bucks fan about going back to Bam. I don't know what that's supposed to prove. That looks like someone who's already coming up with reasons why everything isn't working out, and none of them are him, which is a bit of a problem. I'll be honest. Here we go. I gotta open these things to be sure with all of that. There we go. There. And then we got to open this one too, just so we can have that ready to go. All right. So, yeah, that's our Bam Majera look back. Again, that was a year ago. Eesh. I really wish that that rehab stint had held. On the plus side, hasn't he lost that weight? I feel like the meth and the drugs, I feel like he's lost the weight, so he's doing great on that front. Anyways, we're going to pull the audio down really, really quick here and load our second hour stories. We have, again, an hour and a half left in the show. We're on pace to hit the overtime goal, though, so that is a beautiful thing. Let's pull this first up. We're going to talk about Cameron Robbins. If you haven't heard, we got a little bit of a update thing on the night that he disappeared. I should check because this story's like from a day or two ago. Might have more now. All right, we're going to be checking on the candidates for the 20 not 2020. I don't remember. What is it? Democratic field? Diverse Democratic Field 2020 Mum Diversity. I don't know what that's about. All right, so and then we've got a New Mexico woman who we got a New Mexico woman who went to Sonic and got way more than you bargained for on her hot dog. So that will be awesome. Can, says Jesse. Can. Right. There is no try. There are a lot of idiots out there like Citizen M that buy into NWO climate agenda. Oh, Jesus. All right, I guarantee you this is one of them. I was right. And this is the other one. I was right. And we got them all. All right, so there we go.
This kid jumped off.
Okay, so now if you don't know about this, I'm sure you do. There is a young man named Cameron Robbins, and Cameron Robbins was on a 3-hour cruise. No, he was on a high school graduate from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. He was on he's on some sort of like, was it a booze cruise? I don't know. He jumped off a Bahamian cruise last week after he was reportedly dared to take the leap. Robbins, 18, was on Blackbeard's Revenge Sunset cruise with several hundred high school graduates from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and jumped overboard into what authorities call shark-infested waters near the uninhabited atoll island northeast of Nassau around 9:30 p.m. on May 24th. So again, you couldn't have picked a worse time to do that. It's the dead of night. It's shark-infested waters. Yeah, you're going to be in trouble, man. A woman whose son was friends with Robbins and on the boat at the time told Fox News Digital that several students tried to grab Robbins before he took the plunge, but he broke free. The woman, who wished to remain anonymous, said many of the students were part of a close-knit community that was in shock, disbelief, exhausted, and cold as the U.S. Coast Guard, Royal Bahama Defense Force, and United Cajun Navy searched the waters until about 3 a.m. Let's see. Shark-infested waters. So yes, he jumped in. We've got the video of this. Now we're hearing from people like, apparently everybody tried to stop him. I want to see if we can spot people trying to stop him. I want to see these people trying to stop him.
This kid jumped off. This kid jumped. This kid jumped off.
Yeah, you don't have anything.
Oh my God. Jumped off. Oh my
People are screaming.
God.
That's about it.
Oh, bye-bye. Oh, that's it. Hey, the buoy. Hey, the buoy. Yo, this kid's off, bro.
Yeah. Actually, Chevrolet JB saying that people have spoken, though. Some people do believe that this kid will be remembered as, quote, I mean, does have the whole problem with shark-infested waters. Alrighty. I don't think they found him, because there would have been an update to the story, I feel like. So, yeah, all of the people questioned have said, quote, we told him not to jump. We told him not to do it. Who dared him then? Do we have anybody? I feel like if it was a dare, he was dared to do it. Who did the dare? You know, who watches The Watchmen? Alrighty. So now they have to import. Yeah, we covered that one already. Is that frozen up? All right. Anyways, so let's keep moving on. As I said, we have a show rocking for hopefully another 2 hours. We'll see. It's about halfway there. Hopeful we're going to get it. Knock on glass. Here we go with this next story. This is a video we have showing a near collision between warships in the Taiwan Strait. Sandy Squatch saying, are you talking about the dumbass that jumped off the boat on his prom? Yeah, we were reading. I was reading the story where I was reading the update to the story where interviewed interviewed kids, whatever, young adults, other people on the cruise. Apparently, he was dared to jump off. And like I said, I want to know who dared him. I don't know that I know that. All I know is that there were a lot of people who said we were his friends and we were very worried, and you know, people tried to stop him. And it's like, yeah, that It's hard to say from the film footage because it looks like he's already out and over. But I will say, yeah. Nobody jumped in after him. That's how you know you're fucked. When someone dares you to jump off the boat and then you know you're... Like, this is the thing your parents always were. If your friends dare you to jump off a bridge, would you? Or if your friends jumped off a bridge, would you jump too? And double dog dared. That's right. He was double dog dared. Can't say no to a double dog dare. What are you, a pussy? But yeah, this is that adage. Like, if your friends dared you to jump off a boat, would you? It's just like, apparently this guy would. I have jumped off a bridge, but not a ship. Right? How high up was the bridge? Why'd you jump? Alrighty. Anyways, so we have a video, again, showing a... All right. The U.S. accused a Chinese warship of cutting in front of an American vessel that was taking part in a joint exercise with the Canadian Navy in the Taiwan Strait, forcing the American vessel to slow down to avoid a collision. Really? So that's where we're at now? We're cutting people off in the boatways?
Flying between the U.S. and China after a dangerous near collision between warships from both sides. The incident happened during a joint naval exercise between the U.S. and the Canadian Navy.
Is that lady real?
Cheer 100 still Monday. I just keep forgetting.
Thank you, Balls Deep. Huge supporter of the show today, Balls Deep. Something about her face is weird to me. I don't know if it's like it's too long and narrow. I feel like she could take her face off and it would be one of those gray alien men underneath. I don't know. It's just me. It looks like I gotta play this story now because now that I said that, it looks like she's looking at me and I don't feel safe.
Near collision between warships from both sides. The incident happened during a joint naval exercise between the U.S. and the Canadian Navy in the Taiwan Strait.
From the U.S. perspective, it was a U.S. Navy ship, a destroyer, the USS Chenghu, sailing with a Canadian ship through the Taiwan Strait, which under international law is international.
Suck it, American! Nerd, nerd. Rusty Grammar saying, if you're gonna go deep, you might as well go balls deep. That is my favorite slogan to what is one of my favorite movies of all time. I'm sorry, but I really believe, like, if you did not enjoy, not basketball, but if you did not enjoy dodgeball, there's something wrong with you. She has a lisp and an underbite. Watch when she speaks. Yeah, like I said, it's more the face. Like I said, the very large head to very narrow chin and jaw is a who's ready for the draft? Like the racing draft? I was going to try and do a bit, and I can't click on the line. Really helps to hear my cat screaming as he runs down the stairs.
From the U.S. perspective, it was a U.S. Navy ship, a destroyer, the USS Chenghu.
This is not how number 3 would do it.
Through the Taiwan Strait, which...
Not how number 3 would do it, man. You done Dale dirty.
Under international law is an international waterway sailing through that.
Rubbin's racing.
According to the U.S. Indo-Pacific Command, a Chinese Navy vessel or Chinese military vessel cut 150 yards in front of the U.S. ship and then circled back and cut 2,000 yards in front of that ship again. From the U.S. perspective, it's China here that is to blame for what they called an unsafe maneuver.
An unsafe maneuver. You just got served. No, the Chevrolet JB saying no, the it's your turn to die draft. Oh no. Fanatical Bucks fan, like 'em said. Like 'em if you got 'em. Like 'em said. You want 'em, you're wamp 'em. I'm 38. They're gonna take you before they take me. Yeah, I'm sure they'll take me. You know? I'm on this side of 40. You know, I got a great pair of legs on me. Barely any mileage. I mean, K-Bone. Oh shit, we forgot those evil Americans have dash cams. Oh. Did they like circle screaming "Let's go Brandon"? That would have been great. That would have been "Let's go Brandon" just to fuck with us. Just to fuck with us. I mean, it's a bit of a boomery thing to do, but it would be funny if China was doing it to us. Oh. Actually, I'm told they circled America's carrier so they could continue to tell them their communication system was down, but they wanted them to know, we be funny, we play joke, we Xi Jinping in your Coke.
From China's perspective, it's almost as if they're
Wait
describing
a minute. Hold on. I just missed something that Fanatical Bucks fan reminded me of. Fanatical Bucks fan saying, "Move over, Asian drivers. Here comes Asian boaters." Yeah, way to live down the stereotype of you can't tell which way's the right of way. You circled you had the whole ocean and you missed twice. I mean, come on, man. Need more emphasis on the H. What? Emphasis on the H.
Entirely different encounter. China's defense minister, speaking at the Shangri-La dialogue in Singapore just hours after this happened, said the U.S. wasn't there for peaceful purposes. They were looking there for a provocation by sailing through the Taiwan Strait, and that gets to a disagreement about simply the rules of the road, as the U.S. says, and what's allowed there.
So wait a minute. China
Working
said...
on the railroad.
Working on the railroad. China. Oh. Yeah, the G threw me. China. Yeah, so you don't you say they were looking for provocation. I wonder what circling the boat twice was. Come on, I dare you. I fucking dare you. Shoot me. Shoot me, you son of a bitch. Oh, fucking A. I mean, we think they're there to practice war maneuvers, so we circled their boat several times just to see if they'd, put up or shut up, like enough fucking rehearsing the dance. Let's just do this thing, you know what I mean? Okay. So, now, back, speaking of China and all that jazz, back when we had old evil President Cheeto, no, actually, I shouldn't say that because people think I'm talking about Stonies. Back when we had evil President Orange, I guess kind of an Agent Orange, back when we had him, during the election, the liberals were all abuzz about the diversity of candidates that they had. They missed their turn in the roundabout. I mean, yeah, you're right, Lab Glass. They missed their turn in the roundabout. It's a shame they couldn't, I don't know, go anywhere else in the ocean. It's the northwest point of Taiwan Strait. It's 100 miles wide. China. All right, we've read all the chat. All right, so they don't have endless amounts of space, but again, you failed twice. And to say that, like, you could have, I don't know, not circled the boat twice. To say you thought they were trying to provoke you, and then literally, like, I'm not provoked. Quit floating. Anyways, so back to what I was saying a moment ago. Hold on. Alrighty, so we're gonna add that to what we have. We'll check on this just now to look at it, to update everybody. We'll check that with this. Boop, boop, boop. All right, so yes, we are $20 away. So close. It's really, really a different thing from, a couple of months ago, before people were scared off, when we didn't worry about all that. We just called it good and we were doing great. And now I'm like, ooh, I might have to get a job. All righty. Good thing we can't DJ. All righty. So media hailed Democratic field in 2020 as the most diverse. Remember to fight President Orange Man bad, we brought it all out of the works. We had the different colors, the different sexual orientations. Did we have a trans? I feel like we should have. I don't remember. Either way, out of all of those, we ended up with the absolute star-spangled best candidate you could have to go against President Donald Trump at the time, which was former Vice President Joe Biden. So thank God we got the best guy. Kennedy's wife is Larry David's wife from Curb Your Enthusiasm. Okay. Random fact. Alrighty. So, again, the media was hailing oh, shit. Never mind. We're $15 away. $15 away from doing that overtime goal. Let's clear these off. No, I want to clear them so I don't see them anymore. So I don't. Stop being a dick. You're being a dick, guy. You're being a dick. There we go. 15 away. Media hailed most diverse Democratic field in 2020. So now that 2024 is circling around, they should be super stoked, right? I mean, not only was the most diverse field the one we had before, this one's just as diverse, and it's on the Republican side. Guys, the melting pot works. We've got diversity and diversity of party. So you can't just say, hey, the Republicans are old, crinkled up white guys. We got new things in the Republican Party. We got people who are not white. Oh, and spoiler alert, we're throwing something new at it this time. We want to do something different, We got to oppose Joe Biden. We got to do something different. So we pulled Mike Pence out of the wood. Because, nothing says different like another really old white guy. Oh, but don't worry. He's staunchly, like, Christian. So I'm sure that's great. If you needed a reason to vote for him. For Kennedy? I still don't like Kennedy. 2024 is fully upon us, according to Corey's news source. Well, I missed Corey's show today. Shame on me. I kind of mentioned it to Aaron at the end of his show, and I should have done it sooner because he made a joke. Someone made a joke. Someone else, I don't remember. Jokes were made. But I pointed out to him, like, hey, man, me and Corey were here on time. How many Democrats are being propped up like Weekend at Bernie's? definitely the president. And I would say, fucking, God damn it. Now I'm too stupid. Fetterman. And what's the lady's name? The extremely old chick? But yeah, her. So, Feinstein. Yeah. That Steen chick. Feinstein. Anyways, find your Stein. Vivek Ramaswamy. God, I love that name. I want to vote for Vivek Ramaswamy. I want him to win. I want him to go forward. I want to see a showdown between Biden and Ramaswamy. I want to see Joe Biden pronounce the name Vivek Ramaswamy. Anyways, he's mocking the hilarious double standard, but he's also at odds and doesn't want Republicans to fixate on race like the other side does, is what he's quoted for saying. Alrighty. The 2024 Republican primary field is shaping up in one of the most racially diverse in modern memory, but a media landscape that repeatedly touted the 2020 Democratic candidates as an American tapestry doesn't seem nearly as interested this time around. A record 29 candidates joined the 2020 Democratic race through that election cycle, including 7 racial minorities, one of whom was openly gay. That's right. The other ones were only gay in secret because otherwise they'd be in trouble. They were gay in private. All right. If Dems were serious about diversity, Clinton would have said positive things about Republican women and say we may be on the opposite sides, but we are women voters. Consider one of us as your nominee. It's a farce that they want the votes. They don't care about you, your friend, your neighbor, or the weird guy who pets his bush down the street. Is his bush an actual bush, or is his bush like, that's my bush, like it's a lady, like she just doesn't trim? I don't know. Some dudes like to grab the bush, man. There's a story I definitely didn't want to read. Okay, so we have a record 29 candidates joined the 2020 Democratic race. As we went through all of them, like I said, we whittled it down to the best man for the job, which was 77-year-old Joe Biden. And on January 19th, CNN was quick to hail the field as the most diverse in modern political history. That's right. We don't have the gravitas of, hey, vote for the first Black American president with a message of hope. So how about we just go, look, there's a beautiful color tapestry over here. It's an amazing mix of different people. What up, Johnny? Says Danger Bear Wolf Turtle. How you doing, Danger Bear Wolf Turtle? Alrighty, so the early days of the Democratic primary campaign are highlighting the party's diversity as it seeks a nominee who can build a coalition to take on President Donald Trump. The AP wrote in its article headlined, "Early 2020 Democratic Field Puts Its Diversity in Spotlight." The next month, the New York Times ran the headline, "Cory Booker Announces Presidential Bid, Joining Most Diverse Field Ever." Right. Okay, so we get it. Embarking on a campaign to become the nation's second Black president in Democratic primary field is most diverse in American history. Jesus Christ, I can't read today. So let's cut to today. However, the media's tone turned pessimistic as the Democratic primary race unfolded. All right, yeah. Can we stop living in yesterday? I just want to talk about the part where we rip on it today. Leading up to June, 4 of the 8 declared candidates were racial minorities. Former Southern Carolina Governor Nikki Haley. Nikki Haley's a racial minority? Entrepreneur Vivek Ramaswamy. Love that guy. Both first-generation Indian Americans. All right, Nikki Haley does not look like an Indian American. I would I would not have guessed that. We haven't had a president that's an ex-man yet, says DSABDVR VTR disabled. All right. Dems really put the adversity in diversity. Well, I mean, if you want to hail diversity, if you want to be like, hey, we're so diverse, I'd like to point out, I don't think this obviously isn't all because we have what? Santos and Trump. But that looks like a pretty interesting mix of people right there. That doesn't look like your average Republican coalition. And that one's double diverse, right? Because that one is an Indian American who's also a woman. So she's overcoming two difficulties. She's overcoming her gender and her ethnicity. But apparently it's not the same thing. Alrighty. So with limited exceptions from the AP and Newsweek, there has been little to no ink dedicated to the most diverse field of Republican candidates. Elder sarcastically mocked the shocking disparity of the media's coverage. Several liberal reporters call me for comment when Tim Scott announced his candidacy. They asked, you and Tim Scott are both black Republicans. What distinguishes you from him? Elder told Fox News Digital. My response, did you reporters in 2016 say to Trump, you and Jeb Bush are both white Republicans. What distinguishes you from him? Their silence was deafening. I mean, yeah, but did they ask that of like competing Democrats? You're both black Republicans. What distinguishes you from him? What's that supposed to mean? Well, I just mean like you guys are both like indoctrinated. So I mean, you read the same pamphlets, right? Like they indoctrinate all you guys at the same place. So I mean, how could you be any different? That's why it's referred to as the liberal news media. Well, bravo. An Indian is running. Which kind? I said stereotype. That makes it okay. For the record, I don't want to endorse that. We'll say the first one. Which one is the token? You tell me which one is the token. Which one is the token? I'm going to say I don't know. I don't know because I think if I did know and I was even to hazard that opinion, it would look bad. Okay, it would look bad. Hey, all right, the last 15 has been covered. We're great. We're good for today. Thank you very much. We'll be doing our overtime with a variety of videos to go through. Thank you for that last $15 donation to cover the goal. There. Here we go. Boop. And moving on. Oh, we did clear all those off. So yes, it's the most diverse field in history, but nobody seems to want to call. Well, maybe not history, but certainly in Republican history. And I feel like, especially, shouldn't you guys be covering that as the big racist party that the Republican Party is? The big all down south Republican racism. I want someone who knows and understands the Constitution, says Saint Aran. Well, I will guarantee you this: Ramaswamy is probably better at it than you or I. I feel like if anyone was ever, chest bumped, checked on the street about, the rules of the Constitution, it was certainly not me, and I could believe it being him. I feel like the black people would have been, the people would be too afraid to be calling it racist. And I feel like this lady, look, she's Indian American, but I don't know. in the Midwest, you could just call that a white lady. All right? That lady could skirt by. Not saying she's not a person of you know, we already did that. So, yeah. She's, you know, I mean, I'm not saying she doesn't have any ethnicity. I'm saying it just, you know, people wouldn't call it out. I'm getting nervous for even explaining that, you know, a lot of us would be like, either way, it's muddled. You know, it could go on either side of the fence, you know? In fact, well, no, we don't. Do we want to look? Let's look up some Nikki Haley pictures quick. Nobody is going to follow her to make sure she doesn't steal anything. If you know. Oh, come on now. These are political candidates. Nobody should be following any of them for that reason. You should be checking your bank accounts. Nikki Haley, former governor, South Carolina. Images. Oh, I take it back. There's a few of them. Nope. I'm doubling down. I am doubling down. Open image in new tab. I'm sorry. You're telling me that this lady is not able to pass as just a white lady? I feel like, don't diss Nikki, says Dear Butch. I'm not dissing Nikki. I'm simply saying that overall, look, I'm not saying that she isn't a first generation member of a Indian American family. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that if you don't point that out, if you don't make that a thing, if you don't worry about any of it, I'd just say, hey, she's one of us. The oppression she must have suffered. Yeah, I'm just saying I don't think anyone ever I don't. And look, maybe things were different before. Maybe she grew into this. But I'm saying it on a subway, nobody gave her any guff about her ethnicity. I'm just saying nobody, unless it was like, hey, white lady, I bet she's gotten a lot of that. I bet she's gotten a lot of, oh, whatever, you don't understand, white lady. It's just like, okay, family, husband, kids, immigrant parents. What is this? Yeah. Okay. Cool. And it wants me to turn off my ad blocker. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to go through that, but thank you. She looks a lot like a friend of mine who is very much not of, in fact, do we have an image of that? She looks like a friend of mine who, again, is not Indian at all. So it's just, I see these pictures and I feel like it could go a lot of different ways. She looks perfectly fine. I don't mean it in any sort of negative connotation. I'm just saying I don't see that one. More pictures, says Fanatical Bucks fan. Well, here we are. We're on more pictures here. How about this one? There we go. Let's find one that she really does. Is there one with her and maybe some traditional, like, I briefly skimmed the article. I didn't have enough time. She's a Sikh, a traditional practicing Sikh. See, again, all of these photos, we don't see anything. She just looks like a white lady. Congratulations, Americanization works. She just looks like another American person. Insider.com. Okay, so there we go, that image. It doesn't sell me anymore, you know? I think she's a Sikh or Sikh. I have no idea. Here's what I do know. I do know that when I look at that field of people, I don't go, oh, there's the most racially diverse field because none of those people are white. Like I said, I felt like, well, one of them kind of white adjacent. Anyways, so let's see. So Tim Scott having a field day with calling out reporters racist as well as The View. So Elder recalled how this one's Elder, not Tim Scott. Elder recalled how the New York Times wrote a lengthy negative article about his gubernatorial bid that never referred to my race, but the exact same issue of the paper gushed over Kathy Hochul being the first female governor of New York. A columnist for the Los Angeles Times also memorably declared Elder the black face of white supremacy during his 2021 gubernatorial bill. So he's the black face of white supremacy. I love that he did this. He told them, isn't it time that the race and gender-obsessed media discuss a candidate's qualifications without emphasizing his or her race, ethnicity, or gender? Elder wondered. My having an R at the end of my name made my firstness irrelevant. Hochul having a D at the end of her name made her firstness a cause for celebration. I've never heard it called firstness before. That's weird to me. Elder is a badass. He certainly sounds like a badass. This article certainly is making him sound like one. Nikki Haley faced similar attacks shortly after she launched her presidential bid in February. Far-left writer Wajat Ali said on MSNBC she uses her brown skin to launder white supremacist talking points. Again, I'm not talking about her heritage or her ethnicity. Her skin ain't brown, okay? It's not brown. It looks healthy tan, all right? I would not look at that lady and go, ooh, brown skin. Don't get me wrong. If she wasn't a politician spending all her time indoors, I feel like you could go off on far left on MSNBC. Yes, it is funny. Praise God, Barebone. It's just a great name. I'm just gonna have a moment to enjoy. Somebody in my chat named Praise God, Barebone. That's just fucking good advice. There we go. Okay, so Nikki Haley faced similar attacks. Politico took aim at Haley over what it dubbed her complicated racial dance throughout her political career and her fraught relationship with race, putting focus on how she listed her race as white on a voter registration card in 2001 due to a lack of racial options provided, and how she has shown a willingness to embrace some of the dog whistles deployed by the current Republican Party. See, this is the thing that bothers me with the trans movement, and that's anyone who was on their side or should be on their side and isn't, they start going, oh yeah, you're using the other team's dog whistles. You're doing this, you're doing that. Like, so nobody can agree with that point. Especially someone who used to be in your community. They can't agree with that point. She would have to dress up goth to be any paler, says Toastmaster. Yeah, like I said, I don't know about her ethnicity, but yeah, I could easily see her just kind of leaning on the, like, just letting it go and not really putting it anywhere. But, maybe it is a lack of options and everything else, so she just thought it's easier to say white lady. I can't say that I'm black. Actually, no, it turns out you could have, probably. Anyways, where were we sitting at? She listed her career as white. Yeah, but dog whistles the Republican Party. Yeah, so It's really weird that anybody that comes out on the Republican Party, if they're a person of color and they use those talking points, oh, you're just using the talking points, you're dog whistled, you're indoctrinated, you're pushing white supremacy. Yeah, or we could have an actual discussion about what they're saying, or you could just boil it down to being racist. I suppose you could. Why change? Alrighty, so the CNN anchor, Don Lemon. Yeah. 2022, the far left, The View co-host Sunny Hostin ranted about the former UN ambassador, calling her use of the name a cynical effort to bury her Indian heritage, since her real first name is Nimrata. Nikki is Haley's middle name and one she's gone by since childhood. Since childhood, it was easy for her to say, my name is Nikki, and for people to call her Nikki, and she became more comfortable with it. I started saying my name is Johnny because I kept telling people it was easier when there were a lot of Johns around, or I wasn't talking about you, John, I was talking about that John. So I differentiated myself just a little by being Johnny. Not a lot of Johnnies around. And now it's to the point now I wouldn't want you to call me John. And John is my legal name. I wouldn't want to be called John. I'm more than happy to be called Johnny. She calls her husband by his middle name too. Yeah, maybe that's a cultural thing, a personal preference. I don't know. Why is it so weird to question how someone identifies when they have an R next to their name? Like, if she was a person whose gender identity had changed, you'd be like, hey, but she's spitting on her natural gender identity because her real name is Ted. Like, no. That's the whole thing. That's not how she identifies. Remember? Isn't that a thing now? I can handle that, John. Thank you, Chevy JB. What about Jonathan? God, we've had this conversation. I am not one of those bastard-ass Jonathans. I am tired of being confused with other horrible Jonathans. Jonathan Frakes. I don't even know any other Jonathans. That's how not involved in this Jonathan malarkey I want to be. Ugh, this thing does not want to... Thing like, you want to move, but you don't want to move. You want to move, you don't want to move. Alrighty, so some of us can be chameleons and decide not to embrace our ethnicities so that we can pass. Notably, as she pointed out at the time by her colleagues, Sunny isn't Hostin's birth name, which is actually Asuncion. She defended the apparent hypocrisy, saying Americans can't pronounce Asuncion because of the under-education in our country. I had trouble pronouncing Nimrata. Isn't that just like Sunny Hosted? Oh, it's not hypocrisy. I just have different rules than the rest of you. Oh, women. Am I right? Oh. Okay, so let's check in with LA. A lot of things have been going on. It's been a weekend. Let's see how things are going in LA. Is she ashamed to be Black Hispanic? Because that's what her name sounds like. I honestly have no idea. But again, it's not that she's ashamed. It's all that we're undereducated, dumb white people who can't say her name. So she picked one that makes it easier to address her. The same way Nikki Haley, when going for, votes in a political setting, picked a name that on paper would be a lot easier to go with for like the undecided, uninformed voter. God, she's such a bitch. Nikki Haley, not the person I'm talking about. Nikki Haley is amazing, but Nikki Haley doing the same stuff you're doing. How much of it is jealousy that she can do it and it works because her skin's lighter, but if you change your name to anything, people are going to want to talk to you about your heritage or your ethnicity because you look so different and you look so exotic. Oh, my God. Because admit it, white people are fucking horrible pieces of shit. We are unbelievably patronizing about the fact that you're a few shades darker than us. In order to get there, we have to use a tanning booth, and it only lasts for a couple of weeks. Make up rules for them to follow, and then when they don't obey them, they can start to understand why you won't follow any of theirs. High Living, thank you very much for that comment. I hope so. But I have no idea if that actually works. Anyways, so speaking of rules for some and not others, we have a video here that says, see where thousands of homeless are forced to live in L.A. Now, this, I will admit, is a video from CNN. I don't like the language there. They're forced to live here? They can't leave? They can't go anywhere else. They have to live there in L.A. They can't leave L.A. and go to, like, say, an uninhabited place. They can't go to, and let's go look at this. I believe we're about to see a bunch of people in mobile homes. They can't go to a mobile home park? They can't rent. There's no mobile home park stalls available. Praise God. Don't rim shots usually come after jokes? I don't know. I do it whenever I want because it's my show. That's how we do it. Anyways, so thousands are homeless and forced to live in LA. Walmart allows overnight parking. Again, this is see where they're forced to live. I ask where the force part comes in. Who's forcing you to live here? I mean, if you're saying here as opposed to other areas of the city, I feel like you shouldn't be allowed to live there. Again, this whole urban camping thing is weird. Explain the forced part. That part of the language, forced off the beach.
More than 11,000 people live like this across Los Angeles County by latest count, which was last year.
Thank you very, very much for that. Forced off the beach, apparently a nice laugh. There we go. We're going all the way till 5:30, so we've got another hour and 15 minutes coming at you. And again, back on how the people in California are, again, these poor, destitute homeless people living out of these RVs and campers. They're forced to live this way. They have no other options. They can't go anywhere else, change their living situation. This is all they have. A really ugly Winnebago and a sidewalk with a... I mean, come on, man. How much garbage is there? Why is there always so much garbage? Why is it there's so much, like, that is just trash upon trash. There's the door to your RV is open. You're using it to prop up an umbrella. What, as a sunshade? Because you don't... These people have an advantage over the normies when the lights go out. Yeah, I'm sure all those RVs are top-notch. In excellent condition. I'm sure they're in great working order, that have been maintained. Garbage is just old stuff you haven't found a use for yet. The Laughing Lions with another great piece of information. All right, here we go.
Latest count, which was February last year, in RVs, recreational vehicles designed more for rural recreation than long-term urban living.
It's been getting worse.
Absolutely.
In LA, you are allowed to sleep in a vehicle on some streets. Where there are rules, they've become tough to enforce as the problem has grown.
There might be trash everywhere.
and people come outside their neighborhoods and homes, that's not something that they really want to see.
We watched a friendly
Why can't the people that live there have the decency to pick up after themselves? Is it not possible? Do you have to just leave the bags and the garbage in piles on the street? This is all degenerate liberal filth. I'm gonna go ahead and say the policies that have gotten here have probably been liberal, but I'm gonna say this is just human laziness. I don't think. We'll go back just a touch. Do we have the view?
The problem has grown.
There might be trash everywhere, and people come outside their neighborhoods and homes. That's not something that.
I don't care if you're a liberal or a Democrat. This is fucking disgusting. You can't do anything about all of this. You can't do anything about that. I'm saying if you were sitting in your RVs, please tell me they are all vaxxed. Well, that depends, Fanatical Bucks fan. Was it free? I'm guessing there's your answer.
They really want to see.
We watched a friendly RV dweller and a friendly housed neighbor agree the trash is a problem. Relations often aren't quite so cordial.
Move your piece of shit. Move piece of shit.
That was filmed by Dmitry Korikov.
Not cleaned right now.
Who says he volunteers helping people, mainly refugees, navigate LA van life.
Navigate LA van life? Yeah, so you do all your background checks on these refugees? It's crazy. That place is run by real estate speculators and finance capitalists. Don't put a big priority on housing the poor. Navigate, a.k.a. signed up for free handouts. Callie pays the homeless around $600 a month, says Fanatical Bucksman. Yeah, and I'm sure he takes donations and support or something. I have no idea. All I know is, again, garbage is an issue. Shit's everywhere. And you're helping them navigate van life. Did you teach people how to be, I don't know, hygienic? You were explaining how you hadn't cleaned.
If I lived in that apartment over there and I, woke up and looked out at that every morning.
Yeah, you will be disappointed and you will not like it.
Oh.
Because you pay $3,000 for this apartment and...
You pay $3,000 for this apartment. Yes, and there's an RV coated in duct tape sitting on the side of the goddamn street. Of course you're going to be pissed. How much do you want to bet if that RV unfolds, that wall is held together by a lot, and I mean a lot, of duct tape? If you pay $1,000 a month, I would be so mad. Especially, how much are you paying to live there? Is it at least an adjusted rate? Oh, that's right. You don't pay any money.
Yeah. But it's a public street.
Korikov tells people where to park, connects them with service.
You would be very upset, but it's a public street. That doesn't make it okay. Okay? Praise God Barebone saying, fun fact, a lot of medium-sized cities in America will arrest homeless people and offer them a ticket to California. Yeah, they've been shipping migrants over to liberal cities, and the liberal cities, I guess, are shipping people to California. I don't know. Point is, they're still doing this in California. It doesn't matter how the people are getting there. He's saying he's teaching this shit to refugees. First rule of van life, don't shit in the van. Clean up your shit should be the first rule. I mean, I think literally if you're teaching people about van life, the number one rule is be as unimposing as possible. People don't complain if there's nothing to complain about.
Services.
A black tank for black water, and that's clean water here.
Okay, so he drives around LA and services the RVs.
Yeah.
And how much does this... Oh, God, there's shit on the bottom. Oh, there's shit on the bottom. That's not rust, my friend. He drives around and services the RVs. Yeah, and how much does he pay for this? Because I guarantee you he's not doing it for free. It's leaking. And how is he a licensed waste disposal engineer? I'm sorry, I have a question. How do we know he's disposing of that human waste properly and not just going to, like, oh, I don't know, a frickin' open sewer grate somewhere and just pouring it in? Just, oh, God. Oh. Does anyone see any licensing or the name of an agent? Like, can we call and get the records of Roto-Rooter here? I feel like we have to ask some questions about the guy collecting everyone's shit. There's something I'm not getting here. He's like Cousin Eddie. Shitter was full. No. He's the one Cousin Eddie calls in after the shitter was full. He does the Dave Matthews Band trick. Dumps when crossing a drawbridge. Oh, no. No. Ew. Oh.
Connects them with services.
A black tank for black water, and that's clean water here.
Okay, so he drives around LA and services the RVs.
Yeah. Not only him, other companies do it too.
City officials say some of those living in the RVs don't actually own them.
There is a thriving trade in RVs being rented out as dwelling units.
Do you know how much they roughly go for?
A few $100s to more than $1,000 a month.
Councilwoman Tracy.
More than $1,000 a month. Dude, you're paying $1,000 to live in that? Why? Again, you can't go. You can put together $1,000 a month for your RV dues, but you can't get your life together? I feel like if you can't get it to work out there and you can put together $1,000 a month, start putting together $1,000 a month and, living somewhere else.
Park calls the landlords vanlords, says many rent out rotting, unsafe RVs, is proposing a crackdown. She has opposition.
It's actually good. It's to provide housing for people. Why not? I mean,
it's actually good. To provide housing for people. I have a question, Dimitri. You help people find services. How many RVs do you own? How many do you have? I guarantee you this guy's got a couple of them. Like, oh, but this is how you... I can rent you RV. It does not cost much. Someone needs to lead a caravan of RVs from LA to Canada, where they will be enrolled into MAID. I don't think they will, though. I don't think they'll go there. I think they want to be in California. And I think this guy is pushing this because he has a couple of, how shall we say, RV investments. Toastmaster saying, I personally don't own any, but this management company I know of does. What, legit owns RVs in California? Ukrainian money launderer? No. If that was the case, he'd be in the government.
That's evil. That's a nature of evil to say that you cannot rent motorhome to human beings. They need to be on streets.
No, we're saying that human beings that can pay to rent a mobile home can maybe, I don't know, get their shit together and have a better place to live. Why is it only the mobile home or on streets? They can afford the mobile home. Why can't they get their shit together and get out of that situation? And again, they're renting the mobile homes that are not... Put the mobile homes in places they're supposed to be. Mobile home yards. Like, this idea that it's evil to say, no, you have to live on the street. No, you don't have to live on the street. There's shelters and services available. You're obviously managing to scrounge together up to $1,000 a month for your mobile home or however many hundreds you're doing. Why is it you can't do anything but the mobile home? Without it looking into any of the other countries on the planet, I'm just going to go ahead and say that this is a personal moral failing on the homeless people's part. I mean, no, it's not a failing on the homeless people's part. I'm saying you just had a whole bunch of people here in these homes. They're all renting them. They have money. Why is it homeless is the only other option? Why is that the only other option? And again, the complaint isn't that these people are in these homes and then they move on. These people live there for a while. The mobile homes don't leave like they're supposed to. So wait a minute. It's insensitive to assume that they could do better. But it's also insensitive to ask why they can't just follow the rules. Okay. I don't know. Honestly, fuck all these people. But then I stop to think probably more than 50% of them have kids with them. Well, we aren't seeing any of these people. We're just seeing this guy. And like I said, with how adamant he is about it, as well as being someone who lives this way, my question is, how many of these mobile homes does he have? How many mobile homes does this guy have under his belt? He's showing people how to do this, so I'm guessing he's got an inside pocket. It's their is their plan to drive down property values so they can afford to live there again? I don't think they want to live somewhere with an actual address. I think they like being a free resident who doesn't owe any money to anybody for living there. You just pay for the exact things you need. Mobile homes are better than tent cities. Absolutely right, Ryan Garbage Man. Mobile homes are better than tent cities. But if the mobile home isn't mobile, again, I'm sorry. Look at the one in front of us here. You're telling me that that's better than a tent city? It's just a different version of the same thing. How long until that's got tents in it? We saw the one that had an umbrella for an engine cooler or a sunblind. It just kind of seems like they're kind of falling apart.
Right?
I understand the dilemma. On the other hand, I have seen too many of these explosions and these fires, and we have got to deal.
Oh, yeah. Have you guys ever seen an RV burn? Because they are. They're seeing a bunch of them burn. I have been in one that caught fire. Really fucking messed up. That's not a mobile home. That's a camper. All right, mobile homes are better than tent cities, says Ryan Garbage, and he's saying that that's not a mobile home. All right, fine. It's a camper. I don't care what it is. It's a camper. It's a mobile home. It's a whatever. So, again, you're not obligated to have this thing inspected or monitored. If there was someone asleep in that when it went up like that, those people are dead. If you were a kid in the back of that thing when that went up, good luck to you. I mean, I'm a stickler for semantics. Well, hey, we got it figured out. How come we don't have full electric RVs with solar panels? Right? Full electric RVs with solar panels. Because we don't see batteries go bad with electric vehicles at all. What problems could we possibly have? I mean, I'm sure this fire here was caused by something unavoidable, like a lightning strike or an act of God. I'm sure it wasn't a burning cigarette, clutter in any sort of way. Or it could have literally been like, a cell phone or a fucking battery charger that wasn't charged properly, because we've seen a bunch of those go up. But again, meth cooker forgot to wear a mask. I wasn't going to say it. But how are you paying for the RV? How are you paying for it? Where does the money come from? And that's a lot of garbage cans over there. That's crazy.
with the collateral impacts that these vehicles are causing in our neighborhoods.
A pilot project in another councilwoman's district has, over 15 months or so, seen 41 RVs moved off the street and 7 people placed into permanent housing. The hope is to roll that out citywide.
Okay, so get them some permanent housing. Again, like I said, we're paying for these RVs. You can't...
For 15 months or so, seen 41 RVs moved off the street and...
Why can't we have some sort of housing situation for that then? Again, you've got... Oh, my God. So we have a couch surrounded by garbage. Is that a public porta potty to help service the people of the area? Great. That's awesome. At least they're not pooping on the street. I'll give you that. A bunch of cars are here parked. Yeah, I will say this, though. Does anyone live on this side of the street? Because if there are people living here, then those people are affected. But on this side, at least there's nobody living here. There's plenty of garbage old pillows. What is that? Looks like somebody... I don't know. What is that? Oof. I don't even know what that is. There's an old bucket. Great. We gotta... Again, I...
Guess what?
What?
I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell.
Thank you very much, Lab Glass. We got it all covered for today, so that really means a lot that you did that. Thank you, Lab Glass, for helping Ryan the Garbage Man with a sub there. That is awesome. Huge support from Lab Glass today and every day. Thank you. There we go. Thank you very much for that support on the channel. I feel like if you're an RV company, you just don't want them using your RV, right? Like, you just don't want your RV to be seen here as seen on, can you call it Skid Row? I mean, they're not moving, but I imagine if you hit the brakes, they would.
7 people placed into permanent housing. The hope is to roll that out citywide.
Her program worked beautifully.
In another LA district, they are now clearing particularly problematic encampments like this one, next to a school, offering $500 gift cards.
Next to a school? Offering them $500 gift cards. Can we offer them a job cleaning up the mess they made while we give them whatever housing or whatever? Again, someone's being paid to do this right now. That person in this film here, that dude's voice freaks me out. Yeah, I feel like he's someone who doesn't talk to a lot of people outside of work. Where is X to the Z these days? MTV reboot Pimp My Ride. Pimp My RV. Yo, we put a dope ass crack pipe in this thing, man.
And a motel room to the residents.
People who are living in RVs consider themselves to be housed. And in order for them to leave that RV, sometimes we have to incentivize.
5 years ago, LA County Commission.
We have to incentivize. Or you could punish. I mean, we could start with, like, tickets. Like, here's the first thing. If the RV can't move, we got a problem. All right? Like, you gotta... And what are you doing all day? If you're in the RV, what are you doing? How can you not find a job? How can you not find any sort of work? I couldn't just sit there doing nothing all day in an RV. How do you not lose your mind?
And one of the many reports into how to handle the RVs. Since then, the number of RVs has actually risen by more than 50%. The city administrator made this stark conclusion: offering housing resources to every household is the only way the city will be able to solve RV homelessness.
We need more housing. We need more affordable, safe housing.
For now, for thousands...
Why don't we have enough affordable, safe housing? How does that go, by the way? I love Pimp My Ride. That was the second best MTV show ever. Pimp My Ride was awesome. Custom 12-person crack pipe. We need affordable housing. We need affordable, safe housing. I like how you brought that second one in there. Why does the affordable housing always become unsafe? Does the government build them that way? Do we make them that way? Is it just set up to be unsafe? Are there any people responsible for it? Like the people living there? Could we maybe hold them accountable for the unsafe? Again, we make affordable housing, it turns to shit, and then we're like, oh, the government needs to do better. Why don't the people need to do better? Holy Jesus, look at this. This is just a line of fucking RVs, and then is that an RV or a... That looks like a semi. Jesus.
Thousands of people, many who have jobs, an RV's roof over their heads is all they can afford in Los Angeles.
Okay, so you have a job, an RV's roof over your head is all you can afford. It's time to find somewhere else to live then. I mean, like I said, you can't just live on the side of the road all the time. Like, I can't afford to live anywhere else. It's too expensive to live here. Then you need to go to a different city where you can afford to live. I'm not saying these people have to leave because they showed up there at all. I'm saying you can't live there in perpetuity. Just because, well, you know, I can't afford anywhere else to live in this city. Well, talk to Governor Gavin Newsom and the rest of the people that run things in this lovely town. And maybe, oh, I don't know, don't live there then. Why do you have to live in L.A.? If everybody that can't afford to live there leaves and moves to a city where they can afford to live, you're bound to see things like low-end menial jobs going like through the roof in terms of we need anything we can because we can't sell any hamburgers because there's nobody here to work at the hamburger stand. Then you're going to start seeing movie stars be like, you know what? I don't always serve, I didn't serve McDonald's before, not because anyone told me to. Just did it because good. Alrighty, so thousands of homeless are forced to live in L.A. Again, forced. They're forced to live in L.A. How those thousands of homeless people are forced to live in L.A. Oh, shame on them. They have no other option. They have to live there. It's the only place. Speaking of our neck of the woods, let's get into that. Oh, Jesus, we're almost out of time. We're going to have to get into the overtime stuff. We'll have to do a couple of different things. We'll start after L.A. open air gulag. Oh.
Last time I checked, we don't have a whole lot of songs that feature the cowbell.
I gotta have more cowbell, baby.
Thank you, Johnny Chimpo, subscribing for 21 months. 21 months on the show. That is awesome. Thank you very, very much, Johnny Chimpo. Toastmaster, I could think of worse places to be homeless. I could too, which is, again, part of my problem. If you're one of these people living in one of these RVs, how are you not going above and beyond to make sure everyone that lives in the homes around you totally cool with you? Nobody's causing any trouble. Like, if I was one of those people living in one of those RVs, I would start kind of really checking other people in the other RVs. Like, hey, dude, you got a lot of garbage around. Can you pick that shit up, please? We are technically guests here, all right? And we don't need to ruffle any feathers. Could you maybe not smoke crack all the time? And if you've ever smelled an RV burning, it reeks for weeks. I watched an RV burn in my parents' driveway when we lived in the country in Pine Island, Minnesota. We lived in the country. It burned in a open air driveway, and for weeks, the smell of burnt plastic and just horrible crap, even though the RV was gone, was just in the air around the farm. It was everywhere. I'd name my camper RV Weinstein. See what you did there. That is true. We need more cowbell songs, please. You know what? We'll see what we can do. More cowbell songs. We'll figure out what we can do. Not now, Al. I'm doing a thing. It's been a great day. We've had an amazing time. We've got another 45 minutes for you. And thank you for all being part of the show. Whether you're watching on Twitch, Rumble, or YouTube, thank you so much. And remember, guys, over on Rumble, the chat is over here. I'll read it if you type it, so feel free to chime into the show. All right, so we were talking about L.A. and how the poor 11,000 homeless people that have to live in these goddamn RVs because there's just no other option. Ryan the Garbage Man, I'm not going to read that. I guess, I don't know. I wouldn't know about that. But I will say, that, like I said, the lingering smell from the burnt RV. Ugh. And the one that I saw burn, it was loaded with stuff, but it wasn't garbage. It was like, people's belongings and barbecue equipment, Like, just saying, it's got to be bad. It's got to be bad. And, but they're forced to live there. They're forced. There's no other option. Alrighty, so Minnesota is going to make college free for illegal immigrants. This is a story from Not the Bee. Again, this is out of this is Not the Bee, and this is out of Minnesota, I guess. With population decreasing thanks to so few millennials and Zoomers deciding to have children, institutions of higher education are staring down the barrel of declining enrollment numbers and are so far in debt, mass university bankruptcies could be on the way. Democrats think they can prop up these institutions' numbers by making college free for everyone. Minnesota's new legislation makes Minnesota's 2-year and 4-year schools free for everyone making $80,000 or less in the state. We want to make sure that when we're expanding opportunities for everybody, we're doing it for all Minnesotans, regardless of background, regardless of their documentation status, Senate Higher Education Chairman Omar Feta, DFL Minneapolis, said.
Cheer 100, is it Thursday yet? Asking for a friend.
Thank you for the 100 beds. It's not Thursday. It's still Monday. It is still Monday. Tomorrow will be Tuesday. I'll tell you this. If it is Thursday, I won't be able to, I'll barely be able to sit still. I have to spend Saturday engaging in construction, and I might actually have to start getting a hold of some people to help me with that.
Cheer 100, sure. Okay. I forgot. Sorry.
Not a problem. I gotta build Baby Cake's toy. I bought her. I don't want to brag. I gotta show it off though. I have no idea how I'm gonna build the goddamn thing. But what was it? Was it? There we go. Is it this one? Yeah, basically this one. So there we go. Yeah, so I bought her this thing, I bought her this. I'm going to have to put this together, which is probably not going to go well, because I am not a construction guy. But I have a power drill, and I'm going to figure it out. Crippled or not, I'm doing some dad shit this weekend. It's cool. Oh, I wish I had that. That was cool, man. You're a good dad. I don't know about that. I do construction, but can't help. Damn it, I'm going fishing. Yeah, I don't know how good of a dad I am. Not bad in terms of a dad. Definitely not bad. But I will say I have to put it together. I'm looking at it. It doesn't look like it'll be that bad. It probably won't be that bad. I'm sure it'll be fine. As long as I don't die until it's done. I heard you say, look at this line, so I dropped everything I was doing to come see what line you were sniffing out. I have no idea what we're talking about, Fallen. Alrighty. So, so I got to build that. If it's Thursday, I'm going to be excited and nervous. Because get Aaron to help me. Yeah, there we go. I'll ask him that tomorrow. I'll be like, hey, Aaron, you want to help me with a construction project on Saturday? You want to just come over to my house for a couple hours while we build something for my daughter? That'll be fun. That'll be great. Hey, you know what? You can do it to pay me back for the Kumia episode. Or not Kumia, but the compound episode. There you go. You're there. You're already above a lot of folks. First rule, throw away the instructions. No, I need something to sit on. Balls deep, what you building? I know construction. Well, I just showed it a minute ago. Let's go back to it again, I guess. Why not? Let's find there's this one. This one works. No image available. Great. You're a dick. All I needed was a picture. I have to let's hold up the show on this some more so I can fucking continue to talk about, no, I don't want to do this. Why can't we just go back to the one that we were on? I support free content. I don't want to support content. I want to, you know what? We can't do it. It's being a bitch. It's being a bitch. Where are you at? This one will work, maybe. We'll try. One last time. Here we go. This is the thing we're building. This is the thing. It's a little tiny kid's pizza parlor, fake restaurant. She loves pizza. It's a little tiny clubhouse. She's kind of outgrown her clubhouse. 2 hours max. So you're saying about 5.5, 6 for me. Got it. I'm slow as shit. But yeah, she's outgrown her clubhouse, so she needs a new clubhouse. And we're getting her that one. It's going to be right next to the pool. We're going to have a pizza pool party for her birthday. It's going to be fun. But I can't wait to build that because I don't get to do a lot of dad shit. I get to hang out with the kid, and it's fun. I love hanging out with my daughter. But I don't get to do a lot of stuff. I don't get to go in the pool with her. I don't get to do a lot of shit. And it's about me, by the way. This is all about me, nothing about her. And I want to do some dad shit. And so I'm excited that this birthday I get to do some dad shit. Daddy built you a clubhouse. He can't build you a tree house. That's too much work. But he can build you a clubhouse. It has to be ground level. We found a way. It's a workaround, we'll put it next to the tree. Besides, she loves pizzas. Now we're teaching her that she can be a business owner. You can be anything you want. All right, so back to Minnesota making. How did we get on that tangent? Weird. All right, we're expanding opportunities. All right, anyways, so yes, they're going to just start sending illegal immigrants into the schools. Everybody gets free education regardless of their documentation status. So everybody gets to come to Minnesota and just get a free education. God, I can't believe I live in this state sometimes. It is a bit of a bitch. How far does that have to go before people start to have a problem, I wonder? Although I suppose you want to fix the falling to enrollment rates. That'll definitely put it in there. Free equals we pay. Right. Yes, dear Butch. Free equals we pay. But the good thing is all of those currently undocumented or documented status, whatever, pending people, they all pay a lot in taxes every year, right? Like, I mean, not just like sales tax and everything else, but they also pay a lot in income tax. The weird part is this is totally different from when I was 20 and I used to think like, because I worked in the culinary field where you work with a lot of hardworking Mexican people, and you're like, you know what? I don't understand what this illegal immigration stuff with people are. Yeah. But now you're seeing the stuff, like I'm seeing the stuff we're doing now. I'm like, I don't want to pay for this shit, though. I can't afford this stuff. My family is not doing well. We've got a $17 billion surplus. Can we get that back to some of the Minnesotans? Oh, no. We got to spend it all. Toastmaster saying, can I just hop on 94, show up there, and pretend I'm out of the country, and get free college? I mean, I feel like you don't even need to pretend you're from out of the country. You just need to be making less than $80,000 a year. If you come here and you make less than $80,000 a year, you get free college. The point is, the program does not discriminate based on any gender or identity or documentation status. Oh. All right. So we have a bunch of video stuff to go through for the last half hour of the show. We'll go through a couple of these.
Look, 11 out of 12.
Oh, there goes Pride Month.
This is America. It's the holidays. Fuck yeah, get over here, please. I want to suck your dick.
Well, tell you, Pride Month! Bro, I can't wait to score me some mangine. I'm going to be a regular dude hound.
I'm saying it now. I think I'm gonna shorten that up. Potentially, I'm gonna try and hold out until the end of the month, and then we'll make a new one next year. Saint Aran, screw you, my fellow citizens. Here's the middle finger for you. People who can't vote for me has more right to government funds and assistances than you, the voter. Yeah. Time to get drunk. Let's go, sis. I can't get drunk. I gotta do a lot of cleaning and tidying up around here, and I don't have any booze, and I'm not picking up any booze because, like I said, birthday party this weekend, so I'm just gonna not have alcohol around. Don't need to be a problem. Shorten it up. Yeah, it's cringy, and I'll be honest. The fact that it's always been cringy, and I've always kind of played it with a sneer, like, it's a little cringy bit. But then when I played it for Aaron, and he was like, yeah, it's just really bad. And I'm like, oh, shit. I was hoping he'd at least enjoy the how bad it is part. But now I'm just like, now I'm listening to it, and I'm like, well, maybe I am the asshole. No, Johnny, you idiot. You can't have any of your money back. The only way you can get it back is if you sign up for these government programs that give you back the money that we took from you. I mean, I'm on disability, but... Which, real talk, I might not even... I have to look into that. Will I be able to stay on that if I get the stem cell thing and it has massive turn? I don't know. I mean, I'm not stopping. We're doing this no matter what. Johnny wants his legs back, baby. Toastmaster saying the cringe is the best part and he's too high strung. He got offended. You're making fun of his month. Well, Aaron was just in a bit of a mood because, you know, I'm sure it's got to be weird. You know, you sleep in that late. You got to have your beard wake you up. So first she has to wake up and realize what's going on. And then she has to get up out of her bedroom and go down the hall to yours. Fuck that. Aaron loves Mad Men. Don't listen to him. I don't know how that means anything. Lean in. Make it really douchey. I don't want to get in actual trouble, though. I am a bit of a bitch in that regard. I am willing to have fun, but I But I just want, like, I want it to be in good fun. I'm worried that there might be a few people that can't take it in good fun. You should have given him hell for being late. I didn't know how he would be. Like, was he going to be super uptight about it? Like, it's his show. And so, I mean, what do I care? Honestly, I was a little disappointed when it got confirmed that there would be a show and everything was fine, because I told him I was on standby and I was really close to getting some fucking Diablo time, and I want Diablo time. I love Diablo 4. It is immensely fun. I'm probably going to do some extracurricular off-schedule streams of just gaming. I'm actually thinking, I've been talking about this, and I'd like to know anybody who has any opinions. Feel free to share them in the chat. I'm talking about getting the Florida boys back together for maybe a little Diablo run one of these days. Just a little Florida boys action. Johnny, I was on disability. Once they applauded me finding a job, they just gave a percentage less every month. The last I checked, they have programs urging disabled training to find a job. Laughing Lion saying JK Diablo stream would be cool. Yeah, Diablo 4 is fun. It looks great. And the Florida boys, me, Daniel, Mark, and I think Everett, if Everett's joining us. Yeah, if it's the four of us, like, it'll be a fun time. I heard Diablo 4 is the best of Diablo 2 mixed with the best of Diablo 3. Balls deep, I can wholeheartedly confirm that is absolutely the case. The storytelling and cinematic elements are very reminiscent of 2. The game is very reminiscent of 2, but it takes a lot of the great features of 3, and it just, yeah, it's, in my opinion, it's the best Diablo there's ever been. 2 is always going to be a special place for me, but yeah, 3. Still waiting till tomorrow. Cannot wait, says Chevrolet JB. Yeah, I bought the Uber Full of Myself, All Things Included edition because I wanted all the crossover stuff. And the thing that I love the most, whether you got the regular game or the high-end edition, you can play it on Battle.net, which means any fucking console. You can just download and play Diablo 4 on your console if you have your Battle.net account linked to it. You don't have to buy it again. You just get to play it.
I have a micro penis. This is how I break the news.
Thank you, Wilmer Autotech, for the 100 bits. I don't know. We haven't gotten to Diablo yet. We're still dealing with Lilith. Lilith is a lady. And Lilith is, I don't know. If you're into horns and shit, I mean, if that's what you're into. Alrighty. Enough talking about my obsessive game that I am obsessed with. Alrighty. This story is out of New Mexico. Now, I have had a variety of different foods. I used to be a chef. I enjoyed trying different foods. A lady from, was it Thailand? Was she Thailand or Korea? I think it was Korea. I think she was Korean. At any rate, she had me trying, like, fucking squid jerky and shit. Like, she came back from a trip to her native country, and so it was like, hey, try this shit. Did Lilith say anything about tossed salad and scrambled eggs? No, Lilith did not say anything about tossed salad and scrambled eggs. Squirky, squid jerky. Oh, my God, Squirky. Squirky could be a thing. All right, so the stuff looked like, it looked like a package of ramen noodles, okay? It was long and it was stringy. Blech. It was gross. It was way too salty. I did not enjoy it. Anyways, I liked trying different foods. I liked trying different foods. I don't know that I would like trying this food. A lady went to a Sonic and got an awfully interesting hot dog.
Somebody found something very surprising in their fast food order in northern New Mexico recently. Police say when a woman just bit into her hot dog, she was also biting down on a bag full of cocaine. Tommy Lopez breaks down what else
I knew I loved this hot dog. Woo! Sonic hot dogs. Fuck off, I'm eating. In Middle America, squirky is squirrel jerky. Oh, so squirky's spoken for. Same, I made swordfish and the first time having it. Okay, first time having it. That's called a number 4. Yeah, I'd like the Sonic dog with extra powder. What? We don't sell powdered donuts. Not powdered donuts, you dick. I want a number 4 and a liter of cola.
Investigators are revealing tonight.
A bag of cocaine and a fast food hot dog. Police say Celine Gonzalez got that surprise Tuesday.
She was doing something many of us enjoy in the summertime. Just going out, getting a hot dog to go.
Going out, getting a hot dog to go. Remember, if I didn't hold this little container showing you how a hot dog sits in a carton, you wouldn't understand the concept. So I feel like if you're the person behind or in front, definitely behind. If you're the person behind her, you're like, dude, where's my cocaine, dog? No, I wasn't saying anything urban. No, that wasn't an urban thing. I was calling it a cocaine dog. I wasn't saying, where's my cocaine dog? I mean, why would you? He had a plain hot dog. That's a crime. What's wrong with a plain hot dog? Saren, I'd like a number 7, extra mustard, hold the meth.
She got it at this Sonic at Espanola on South Riverside, took a bite, and realized she'd bitten down on a small plastic bag filled with the white powder, officers say. Police claim testing confirmed it is a gram of cocaine. In their report, officers say Gonzalez spit out the bag, but didn't say whether she ingested any of the drug.
Did she finish the hot dog? That's my question. You spit out the bag, but let's face it, the rest of the hot dog's probably good, right? Did you get your money back? Did you go in and say, whose cocaine is this? Fanatical Bucks fan. They'll put anything in hot dogs. I mean, you know, you got to keep it, you got to spice it up. It's like one of the oldest foods, and it's really easy to make. So if you want to get someone to come out to a fast food restaurant for a hot dog, I mean, you make one trip to the store, you've got enough supplies to do hot dogs in your home for the week. I feel like you're saving money no matter what. You know, you can't go in on hot dog restaurant without having to spice it up a notch, you know, adding a few things that get some pep in your step. Look, you eat a hot dog with a gram of cocaine, and it will be the best hot dog you have ever had. She went back for seconds and ate some more. When she found out that it was cocaine, she went, all right, so there was no fentanyl. Can I get that back? Just wanted to make it was, dude, if it wasn't for fent, I would have just been like, oh my God, free bump. But yeah, you know, you had to be sure. That'll put some pep in your step. Just like a dealer, the first one is free. Yeah, the first one is free. And here's a coupon for a large Slurpee. Come on back. You know, don't be a stranger.
Word has already spread around town, but this Sonic is still open, and many people...
Of course it's still open. Word spread around town. Yeah, dude, I don't know the code, but I'm here for the cocaine dog. The speedy sausage. Sales have increased. There's a lot of people hoping to get just a little bit of cocaine with their hot dog. That is the best advertising they could have. The place is still open. Open? We're doing gangbusters, motherfucker. I want a Coke dog. I mean, corn dog. Yeah, corn dog. And then when the person comes out, hey, man, what's this I hear about the Coke dog? That's a thing, right? Like, I can get a Coke dog, right? Like, Like, that'd be so weird. I'm not a cop or anything, by the way. Don't worry. I'm totally not a cop. I'm not going to rat on you or anything. But can I get that Coke dog? Like, just between you and me, dude. Just what's the code for the Coke dog? Just sitting there. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's not a thing. Yeah, it's an internet story that got blown out of proportion. So the code, though, for the Coke dog, like, the code is what? Like, is just like, hey, what do I want? A powdered hot dog? A hot dog with a powdered bun? Like, is powder a thing, or is that too on the nose? I want a drug sniffing dog. Oh, God. I'm just loving that they got cocaine on a hot dog.
Got food while we were here.
I think that
the story got blown out, or is the blow the story? Thank you very much. We serve Pepsi. Give me that nose, dog. You just ordered a hot dog and gave them a $40 tip. Well, I mean, I had to pay for all of it. So, I realize technically, you know, wasn't it heroin that messed up his nose? God, now I'm spacing on his name. I was trying to draw it out for my brain to work. I hate that I am stupid and I do a show where I smoke weed. It's like I put the fucking deck against myself. God damn it. Alrighty. Maybe one day I can be a writer for Johnny. I mean, you know what? At this point, it seems like I could use them. You know what? I could probably use a good writer. I could definitely use someone to help me manage time, because we were supposed to be in on this story and it's ended up taking up the whole fucking thing. And how embarrassing to be part of this story as the person ordering and eating hot dogs. Yeah, like this lady. She just wanted some hot meat in her mouth. You tell them that there's you're asking them about. So what do you think about the recent news that that a customer here found cocaine in their hot dog? What? Yeah, a gram of cocaine in their hot dog. Isn't that crazy? Hold on a minute, motherfucker. Peels out. Go, yo, what the I gotta do to get the cocaine in my hot dog? Hey, you didn't tell me that was an option. I'm looking all over here, and at no point in the condiment section does it list cocaine as an option. You don't even have Coca-Cola. At least then I would understand. But no. You don't even list it. That is not fair. Present the story to Top Chat and see what comments you get back. Save them and use them in your routine. To Top Chat? I don't know what Top Chat is. Am I a boomer? I don't know what Top Chat is. Critical Waste Theory 101. Oh, no.
it's pretty scary. First of all, you know, we come here to get food and for our families, and if a child found that, it could have been pretty bad or deadly.
It's kind of crazy. I mean,
it also could have been pretty hilarious. Imagine this. You have to go to the hospital and be like, look, I'm an amazing parent. I am such an amazing parent that I stopped at Sonic and bought my kid a hot dog. Because when I think of good, healthy, nutritious food, I think hot dog. And at no point did I bother to look at the food, inspect it to make sure it was safe. I just gave it to my small child, who then proceeded to eat the hot dog and the baggie of cocaine with it. We dropped him off at the birthday party, and he got out of the car and he said, "Say hello to my little friend." We're like, well, you know, you guys are all tiny. You're like 4. Don't. Say goodnight to the bad guy.
cocaine in a hot dog, I mean, doesn't sound right, but I mean, I just got an ice cream. I hope we're good.
Cocaine in a hot dog? Doesn't sound right. Wow, that's a real hot take. No. I'd like to point out that if you go back to their native country, if you go back to the old country of the hot dog, and I don't even remember where it is, but I do know this. Traditionally, the hot dog is served with cocaine, horseradish, and just a touch of ecstasy. Whoever was supposed to get that hit dude is really pissed. Yeah, to get that hot dog? Yeah. Like I said, if you're the guy behind or the guy in front, whoever was supposed to order that hot dog, you're like, yo, my order was missing its side. The secret Sonic menu is lit. I want to know about the secret Sonic menu. Are there other drugs? Because maybe I'm not interested in cocaine, but I mean, if we've got like some weed, I'm always willing to give that a go. Because especially if they're selling you straight flower, you can like look at it and inspect it, throw it under a magnifying glass, test this, look to see if the leaves have been tainted or if they've absorbed a chemical. Because spoiler alert, when a dried herb is dried and then absorbs a liquid, it will modify the way that looks, and then when it dries a second time, you can tell if you can look at the fibers of the leaf enough, and like the hairs and stuff, you can see. So yeah, is there like a smoker salad? I'd like a number 420. I'm going camping. I'll take a dog with sprinkles. Okay, so woman finds cocaine in hot dog. This whole story is going to finish off the show.
Police say the cook is responsible. They charged David Salazar with cocaine possession, a felony. Police say they watched surveillance video from inside the Sonic and claim after making Gonzalez's food, Salazar looks like he's frantically searching for something he lost. Officers say he admitted to them that it was his cocaine. He says he bought it from someone in the Sonic parking lot.
He bought it from someone in the Sonic parking lot. Didn't know who, huh? You got no idea who sold you the cocaine. You just know you met him in the parking lot. I know how that goes. Like, hey, I'll take 2 all-American hot dogs, side of fries, a small soda. I'm trying to watch the weight. Hey, does anyone want to buy any cocaine, while I'm here? Just because, I figured, while I'm stopping to get my food, I might as well help the people who are helping me. Yeah, it's just, The roller skate servers have never delivered the food as fast as they do now. All keyed up. That's because he ain't no snitch, says Toastmaster. Right, but does that story actually fly? Look, I got it from somebody in the parking lot. I got it out back by the dumpster. Officers, that lady failed to mention that she's the one I bought the cocaine from. She gypped me, okay? I was supposed to have that cocaine, and she was supposed to have a hot dog. It was a fair exchange. I was going to get that blow for the price of a hot dog, and I got hosed.
I'm Tommy Lopez, KOB4.
Oh, never mind. That's it. Did
Salazar
we show
looks like he's frantically searching for something he lost. Officers say he admitted to them that it was his cocaine. He says he bought it from someone in the Sonic parking lot. In Espanola, I'm talking.
All right, never mind. We don't have a picture. In Espanola. Is that the name of the town, or are you saying you're speaking Spanish? Any chance you have a jar of cocaine? Look, I see you've got all those salt packets there, but do you have any cocaine? Michael Caine? No, not Michael Caine. Cocaine. Hot dogs with cocaine. Oh, wow. New Mexico is apparently the place to be. They're putting cocaine in their hot dogs now. And that was 3 days ago. I imagine what crazy shit they've gotten up to now. I mean, that was Friday, for God's sakes. Do they still cut Coke with baby laxatives? We would know if after she took a bite of the hot dog, she immediately shit her pants. I always regret asking this question. Are you being serious about the baby laxative thing? Is that a thing? I don't do cocaine. Eric Crackerton's biggest hit. Yeah, I know. Yes, they do, says Van Drexel. That kind of discourages me from wanting to do cocaine. So, baby laxatives? Baby formula powder. Oh. Okay, baby laxative, because it's still... It's not a standalone drug. So we've got a few minutes left. We've got a couple of things on this. What was this? The Matt Walsh one. Showdown was, I think. Hey guys, we'll end on an upbeat note. You know, earlier we were talking about racial equality and stuff like that. I have for you a video of a sport called Showdown. Now you might ask, what is the sport Showdown? And that's a great question. The sport Showdown is quintessentially table hockey, you know? And what makes Showdown so different? Both the competitors are blind.
You understand? Yeah. Ready? Play! One goal. The next one. Ready? Play!
All right. Now if you saw how that came... I'm guessing that the barrier there is to prevent air balls from braining somebody, because I'm certain it's not to prevent them from seeing where their opponent's going to shoot. Chowed down. Oh, no. This is almost the same. This is like watching the human equivalent of a cat playing under a door. You ever seen a cat reach under a door like he's fucking with something, and then somebody will start screwing with him? He doesn't know what he's getting at, but his arm's going nuts. Like real hockey, all the players are missing teeth. Oh. All right, that is a deliberate foul. Deliberate foul? What for, ref? You shot him in the head. I saw you. You aimed at it. I don't even know where his head is. You were looking straight at him. Oh, fuck you.
Oh, yeah.
Nice shot. I see what you did there. I mean, I understand if you're blind, there's not a lot of games you can play. And I think we should commend them. After all, it takes some balls to just jump into a game like this. I mean, you gotta, eye up your opponent. How do you know when the other guy is going to shoot? I thought this was VR headsets until just now. No. These are two completely blind people, or at least partially blind. I don't know. Either way, they're blind, and they're playing with the blindfolds to help make sure nobody's cheating.
Ready?
Actually, His looks less like a blindfold and more like a face protector. This looks like if all else fails and that ball comes up and hits him in the schnoz, it's not going to break his nose or shatter his occipital bone or kill him. Thank you, Wilmer, for the 25 bits. Balls Deep saying, I will be entering the cornhole tourney as Bud Dwyer. Because, you know, night. Oh. I should have picked that up when I read the name. Oh! He scored on himself. Oh, dude. How could you do that, man? Oh, man. Were you even looking? I mean, God. Does any of them, like call out the ref when the ref's like, and goal? Jesus, ref, that's a penalty if I've ever seen it. What were you watching? I'm going to hell for this bit, by the way. Just so we're all clear, I'm well aware. I'm going to hell for this bit. These guys are just trying to do the best they can. They're playing the game. You know, a lot of people be like, hey, give them a hand. And I'm like, hey, you know, do you even cornhole, bro? Is the ref blind? Obviously, the ref needs to get his prescription checked. So wait a minute, you're blind, but you know where the hole is?
Ready? Play!
Dude, just watch. Every time you do it, he juts hard to his open side. So here's what you got to do, man. Just line it up and aim for his hand. Just aim it for his hand. Aw, dude. Does that, I gotta know, is that helpful to be blind? Because, like, when you're playing regular table hockey and you do one of those shots where you're like, I'm gonna whip this so hard down there, you're never gonna see it coming. And you just throw it with everything you got, and it bounces back and forth between the two sides, and it goes nowhere near the goal. It dances around in the middle like a dick, and you gotta wait for it to slowly, because it's the hover tail, you gotta wait for it to blow over to you. Does it help when you can't see it doing that, and you just hear it going dung, 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 dung? Because then at least you just know the game in the sense of scores and blocks, you know? It's all a bunch of rattling off the walls until I get a goal. Oh, nope, never mind. They have a call out for it when it's really just a complete fail shot. They, ha, you suck. All right, I got it. It's too hard to fall for a head fake if you can't see. Look, man, I don't know if you know this, but hand-eye court.
Ready? Play!
Ah, this was the opportunity he was looking for. How do you... Oh, I guess it because the ball has rattlies in it, so you can tell when it's getting closer. Jesus, I can't believe I didn't figure that out before now. These guys are hunting with sonar. Well, of course you popped it out, Samson. You fired the last shot blind. Oh, missed. I heard that one coming. Oh, Jesus. All right, so we're celebrating now the Showdown Sport champion. Timothy, what do you have to say? Well, it was a hard game, and it was a hard-fought victory. You know, when you're looking down, you know, a neck-and-neck match, it really comes down to, you know, who has it in them. And when I saw him, do you have to have someone else size your opponent up for you and then give you the guff? Like your coach is just like, all right, so I can tell right now. Hey, can you have like a seeing eye dog help you? Can you have like a support animal? ESPN3 Espanol won't even televise this shit. That's right. ESPN3 won't, which is why we have to take this to the big leagues. We can't hold back. We can't, like, wait for this to be a thing. We have to say, fuck it. It's time for ESPN8, The Ocho. All right, I don't want to just keep going. I think it's just this just more of them playing the sport. Of course, this is in Bulgaria. That's right. You're home for all obscure sports. If it's almost a sport, we've got it. ESPN8, The Ocho. Oh, Jesus. I missed the Ocho intro. I got to get the Ocho intro. We should start doing that. Go to sports with ESPN8, The Ocho. Alrighty, that is that video. We went a couple minutes over. We're fully funded for today. Thank you very, very much. That is very, very helpful as we continue to watch the revenue stream switch from where it was in one place to another. You just start seeing numbers go down, and it hurts you in the dick. But I'm so grateful you supported the show. Thank you for getting us through today. And into tomorrow, we will be doing another lovely show on Steel Toe, as well as here. We'll be here all week, except for Sunday. And 2 to 5:30. It's been fun. I just realized something. I can't wait for Anthony to remember your name, but not Aaron's, just to fuck with him. Yeah. And I'd like to say on the Kumia episode, I don't want to give anything away, but I did deliver a pretty hot take on kids that I feel like makes me stand out. But I don't know. You know, what am I? What am I, just a cripple that they wheel out every time it's tax season? Thank you, Wilmer, for the 10 bits. I'm going to go open a window. We've been Johnny. You've been an audience. It's been a pleasure. We'll be back tomorrow on the Steel Toe Show, and tomorrow right here at 2. Balls deep, you're a dick. Just an unforgivable, just a dick. I mean, why? Johnny doesn't even sell tickets.
Fuck off.
Flip it.
Fuck you. What the fucking fuck? Who the fuck is fucking? How did you so fucking fuck? Game over, man. Game over. Fuck off. I've never touched it before. Oh my gosh, you can tilt it?